I need a 10, yeah.
Hello, and welcome back to my channel where we are all crime all black, all the time.
Hey, did you see what happened today at the you see what you hear about what happened today at the trial? So a YouTuber has been banned from court. Yeah, a YouTuber has been banned from court because they doxed the witness name, the Mia, the girl who was going by Mia. This YouTuber apparently doxed her and put her real name out and stuff. And so the prosecution, they know everything. It's the feds. Come on. They know everything. I bet they got somebody that sits and watches everything that has Diddy in the hashtag every night. But anyway, of course they find out about it. And so they ban the person. But it's so everybody's on YouTube trying to figure out who the YouTuber is. Everybody is saying is Donat. Donat. I've seen the name before, but I can't say that I've watched anything. And so Tisa had came out to tell everybody about it. And while Tisa was telling everybody about it, the other YouTuber, Armand, he was like getting, hold on, I'm about to go to Tisa's live from earlier. And you know, she was so excited. She could hardly get the damn words out because she was so excited. And so, you know how she be high strung and stuff. We was like, Tisa, man, relax. Yeah, people do too much. They messing it up for everybody. So now tomorrow, tomorrow there's witness number, I think 2, and she or he is also anonymous or whatever. So now the judge is like, I think that whoever it is, they won't be shown to, I don't know. Because apparently the people who cutting up is the people who are in the overflow room, not in like the actual courtroom.
The government is saying after the way y'all humiliated Mia yesterday, after all the stuff that's going on, guess what? We have jailhouse phone calls that actually corroborate everything that Mia was saying. I don't think Diddy's team was waiting for that. Brian still did his victory lap, and the prosecution is like, no. We are going to have to bring it back. But what happened most importantly on the stand is Eddie Garth. There was also, oh my God, a woman got dragged out of the courtroom. She claimed to be a Diddy supporter. She was mad because she said, we're trying to ruin their legacy. And by we, I mean the court, not me. Trying to, well, I guess my YouTube goes into it. Said that they were trying to ruin his legacy, laughing at his legacy, doing all this stuff. The guards were like, ma'am, you're gonna have to leave. She was like, no. They tried to make her leave. It was 4 guards on her at one time. She literally said, pull your gun, ninja. At that point, I thought she was actually gonna grab the US whatever, but whatever, right? So you know me, I got up and tipped over 4 things over and had my back, because my back was sore when it was happening, so I could be 4 rows over and be looking at her, because when somebody starts talking about pull your whatever, I'm thinking it's about to go bang, 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 bang. We do not need to be catching strays in this nice, decent Southern District of New York courthouse. It has been an incredible morning. Then I came out the courthouse to report to y'all. Go watch the live if y'all want to see the details. There was a fight being started in the courtroom.
She's so extra. She's so damn extra. Um, this ain't it either. I don't know where it is. Wait, well, I don't know where it is. Maybe if I go back to my history. But yeah, so anyway, and so while she was doing her little live, it was somebody in the background that was like, "Did some woman?" So okay, everybody is saying these are all of Diddy's paid actors. So all of these people that are going around creating this chaos is from him, people he paid. Okay, so maybe it was that one.
Garcia, who is going to be proven the RICO, okay? We haven't even gotten to that. I was just in the courtroom, and when I say this scene was out of control, they were violently dragged out of court, and literally was screaming, "James, come!" James was there and he saw it. James, come say, "Did we do in the court what just happened?" I'm gonna give y'all. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna give y'all the dramatic reinterpretation in a second, but James,
You gonna do your voice? Because you know your voice
no.
is iconic.
But listen,
Okay,
James,
but it was scary. So
okay.
listen. So the lady was there, and she said, she was like, you know, they're making fun of your name. It's not a joke.
You
She was
laughing
like,
at a black man's legacy. They laughing at your legacy, Diddy.
and
And
she
I was
said,
like,
she said, listen, I'm ready. I dare you. And it took like
She
3
said,
guards to restrain
4
her.
guards, and they was like, and then she
And they
said,
still had
she
trouble.
screamed,
They still
pull
had
your,
trouble.
yeah, she screamed, pull your gun out, ninja. When they said that, because it was happening right behind my back, I got up and tiptoed 4 steps over and
Listen,
turned around.
It was a lot.
Literally.
It was a lot, Tisa.
Yeah.
It was definitely
It
a
was
lot.
a lot. And this was a Diddy supporter. I know Diddy was sitting there like, oh my God,
But
why are
he
you
turned
doing that?
around and you could see that his eyes were kind of almost beckoning to hers.
Isn't that weird?
It was so strange.
Isn't that
It was
weird?
so strange.
Well, no, when you say beckoning, like low,
was
to me,
almost-
it looked like he was even maybe low key enjoying it,
Like
encouraging.
thanking
Yes,
her.
thanking. Yeah.
I don't want to put words in his mouth, but
Of course
it
not.
did feel
It
that
sounds nice,
way.
but go on.
Thank you,
Go on, go on.
Valentino.
Okay.
But it did feel like he was almost kind of thanking her, and that made me feel kind of like nervous because what was her mission? You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
What was her mission?
And evidently, this has not been the first time that she's been kicked out of this courtroom.
Yeah, but this is
You
the first
know?
time she ever did anything like that. Like,
Yeah.
it was a lot.
It's
It was a lot.
unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate, but it was weird the way that Diddy like low key seemed like he enjoyed it. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was
Absolutely.
a lot.
Not good.
Yeah, James, thank you so much. So
course,
thank you.
of
So
course.
we are going to give y'all the dramatic. Listen, we are going to give y'all the dramatic interpretation because, baby, when I say the ish was ishing, hold on, let me get my tripod ready because y'all got to see this, right?
Yo, she remind me when she
Wait,
telling
is she down
stories.
here? Is
When she telling stories, she remind me of remember that Soldier Boy interview where he was like, and I bust into the room and I was like, poo, 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 poo. And then I came back and I was like, pow, pow. And he like put 20 on 10 the whole interview. That's what Tisa remind me of.
Oh wait, hold on. There's a. Oh my God! There's an argument happening right across. Hold on, they are arguing still. There is a lot. Oh my God! There is like something going on. Okay, so hold on. Hold on. We don't have to walk and talk because there is another argument. What is going on? It is the witching hour today. People
This
are
is so
going
scary.
crazy in this Diddy trial. Like literally. Anyway, listen. Hold on, y'all. This is going down. Hold on. Listen. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. There is ish is going down in the courtroom. It is the witching hour. Oh my God. Okay, this bitch better leave me alone. I know that much. Okay, so let's get on the steps where the marshals are, where we are nice and safe. We're in distance. We're going to be in arm's distance of the marshals, okay? Okay. Oh my God, there is ish going on. So listen. Okay, so listen. Let me give y'all. Listen. So here's what happened, right? So here is what happened.
Just like that. Who the cop chaser nigga off of who? Bitch asking you. You? Oh, look. What's up with y'all shit?
See, she can barely even get her word. It's too much.
Who the fuck is the cop chaser? Oh, okay. Clock that. Clock that. Let's go viral this motherfucker. Let's go viral.
This is crazy.
Or what?
Motherfucker, step out in the courtroom. Outside the courtroom.
Everybody back up before you get smacked.
It's smack.
Wow.
Back up, bitch.
Smack me. I'm gonna get smacked. Smack me.
Okay, there is the witching hour going on, but I wanted y'all to see. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, thank you, honey. What's your name?
Brianna.
Brianna, say hi, Brianna.
Hi, nice to meet you guys. This is lovely. Tita.
Oh,
She's
thank
gorgeous.
you.
Very gorgeous.
Brianna is getting a tea too. We are literally clocking what's going on. There is a fight about to go on.
Let me get some tea for you guys, right?
Yes, thank you, Brianna. Hold on, y'all. Look at this.
Slap me, nigga. Slap me, nigga. Pussy ass bitch, you're a pride week, nigga. Slap me, nigga.
My
Slap
thing
me,
was, when I was
nigga.
watching
Let's
this,
wake this shit the fuck up.
I was like,
Let's
yo,
wake
where
this
is the
shit the
police?
fuck up.
This is happening in front of
You
the
thought you
federal
thought
courthouse.
Julia?
Where are the police? You running around here yelling like that.
Oh, bitch. Oh, bitch. You thought I was good. You thought I was good.
Ref, do something. Let me shut up before she starts flashing on me. See? Monica Elizabeth, thank you so much for joining the family. Hold on, it is going down. Hold on, I'm trying to get y'all a good angle. Hold on. I think she's gone. Oh, wait. Hold on. Who is this guy? Armand! What is wrong with you? This girl was going in on Armand. I just told him to go in the courthouse. Like, be safe. What is you doing? John M. is careful around those weirdos, T. So this is my first time catching you live in a while, but I watch all your lives and thanks for keeping us updated. You're welcome. Okay, this is insane. But let's talk about the drama that happened in the courtroom, okay? So there was this girl, and the marshals they said they've been having problems with her all week, right? That isn't the same woman. This is a different woman. What is going on? Is it retrograde or something sometime? Anyway, right? So all of a sudden, I'm sitting in the courtroom and I'm taking notes. By the way, the federal prosecutor stood up and said, Your Honor, Your Honor, looks like, Your Honor, hold on, there's so many people talking. The prosecution was like, Your Honor, because of the way Mia's testimony went yesterday, they said that there was a content creator. And when they said that, I was like, they said there was a content creator that went live and doxed Mia, said Mia's name, doxed Mia, said her name, did all this stuff. And I was like, who would be dumb enough to dox Mia and say her name? They said the federal marshals took pictures. The prosecution was watching the lives. If the prosecution is watching, hi, my name is Tisa, and Gucci think I love. Anyway, right? They said the prosecution watched the lives, so they are watching our lives. They found the moment when they said the content creator kept saying her name
Right, yeah.
and doxing Mia. Now, if y'all follow my channel, y'all know I drink my water. Or coconut water, right? The press con, and mind my business, right? So I was just like, who is it? People in the court turned around and looked at me, and I said, literally, they turned around and looked at me, and I was like, me? Nah, y'all got the wrong person. But the prosecution clarified, and they were like, yo, it's a man. A man did it. So there is a male content creator, right? That doxed Mia, kept saying her name her real name, over and over and over on social media. And after they doxed her, right? They kept saying her name over and over on social media. And after he doxed her, the feds say we got his name, we got his government. The whole courthouse has been notified that he is effectively banned from the Southern District of New York, banned from the courtroom, and they might actually take legal action against him. Now, who is it? I don't know, but if it's you, they looking for you. They are looking for you. You better not step up in this because, again, doxing a federal witnesses, right? Doxing? What? Doxing? Anyway, doxing, it's like, listen, so doxing is like over and over and over again, right? So when you dox, right? It's illegal to dox an anonymous witness. It's illegal to do any of that, right? Okay, so that's happening. So anyway, the girl that just got dragged out the courtroom, she is now, she's literally yelling at me, talking about I'm a nasty, nasty bee. right? So anyway, right? So anyway, the girl that got dragged out, she was in the courtroom. And all of a sudden, I'm sitting there taking notes. The prosecution is coming back, right? This is actually real. I'm taking notes, right? I don't understand. I'm minding my business. People be like just focusing on me. I feel like it's high school. Like, stop trying to bully me. This is getting weird, right? I am the most unproblematic person, right? So they're sitting in the back of the courtroom. And then all of a sudden, right? All of a sudden, he grabs her, right? All of a sudden, he grabs her. I hear like, yeah, pull your gun out, ninja, pull your gun. And they was like, F you, you racist A ninja, right? And then all of a sudden, there's this whole scuffle right behind me. And they're like, you gotta leave, right? And then she was like, they grabbed her and 4 marshals jumped on her, had her in the chokehold and started dragging her out. She was screaming for them to pull their guns out. She was screaming on them like, yeah, ninja, do something. F you, pull your guns out, do this, do that. The marshals, and then the one black marshal tried to come because she was, I don't know if she's black, I think she might be Asian or something. He came and he was like, yo, like, can you calm down and just leave quietly? Because he didn't want things to embarrass her or to escalate, right? He didn't want it to embarrass or escalate, right? But she wouldn't listen. And when I say she started fighting, they all jumped on her and tried to drag her out, and she was fighting her way out. And she was screaming, y'all sitting there laughing, y'all laughing at this legacy, y'all laughing at Diddy's legacy. You just seen a black man and you let her. And I said, this is, of course, Diddy supporters. Monica Elizabeth, thank you so much for the super chat. Also, Monica Elizabeth, thank you again for the super chat. Appreciate you. Yes, I am in court. How do y'all think? Am I in court today? I literally left court to come out and give y'all the tea. Y'all better start acting grateful, or I'm gonna stay in court all day and just be calling my cousin and giving her the tea, because usually that's who we keep here, right? So anyway, right? Listen. At the end of the day, they were dragging her. When I say this happened in the courtroom, the judge was like, what's going on? It was a whole big melee. The weird thing is, when she was saying, you laughing at Diddy's legacy, you laughing at Diddy's legacy, he turned around and gave this girl like these, James told you, these encouraging eyes, these very, very, very encouraging eyes. It's almost like he was, I don't want to say encouraging it, but he was thankful. He wanted to let her know, like, yeah, keep going, keep doing this, keep doing that. Y'all, the drama. A Diddy supporter violently told the marshals to pull their bang out if they want to take her down. 4 people had to jump on her and drag her. 4 people had to, jump on her and drag her out. And it was a melee. And Diddy was sitting there just looking like he was encouraging it. Again, this is my opinion, but it looked like he was almost thankful. Like he was, look at this, I'm sweating right now.
So yeah, that's what happened.
You know, with some stuff if I ran down here, sweating my head out.
And
then the prosecution said, that
it
they
just
are
sucks
going
that it's
to
federal. Like
bring in new testimony.
it's like it's a bunch of people
Diddy's jailhouse
talking about that trial. It's a bunch of people that is doing like how DJ the white girl is doing, where they're just sitting and reading like the tweets of what happened in court or whatever. So it's a lot of attention on this trial. It would be like on 1,000 if this trial was televised. Like the only downside to this trial is that there's no cameras in the courtroom. Other than that, it has everything. It has sex, it has money, it has drama, it has everything, all the elements that we need to make up a drama shit show. This trial has. So yeah, the it's just crazy. There's no cameras in there. But yeah, that's what happened today. Like, so the news is reporting that it was a heckler. Like, they're kind of reporting that it was a person who didn't support Diddy, but from everybody in the courtroom is saying is that this was like somebody who was bashing people for him being there. Like, she was like pro Diddy. They paid her. They said there's YouTube pages that are like popping up out the woodwork that are like just all pro Diddy, that just, you know, like I said, it just came out of nowhere. And he has investments or owns or something like that, a social media company. So he owns a social media company whose job is to promote social pages and shit like that. This is a new YouTuber I found yesterday. She lives in New York and she is in the courtroom. She's pretty cool. I
him
just
and
saw her
talk to him
page.
about budgets for would come and sit down with him to talk about the budget for security. Wrenches, don't snipe anybody at this moment, please. We're trying to get the views up. But if they start getting disrespectful, put them out. But put a timeout on sniping out anyone that comes in here with the opposite opinion or any of that stuff. Just if they come in here
Her name is That Girl Henny.
But let's try to get the views up, get the people in here because we down a little bit today. I don't know what's going on. But anyway. Now, the reason why they brought up security being with Diddy at all times and having to protect him at all times is because they were trying to establish, like trying to break down the enterprise and make it seem as though, okay, these guys were just security. So there's no way that they were involved in any type of enterprise because we keep hearing the same names over and over again, right? We keep hearing D-Rock. We keep hearing Uncle Paulie. We keep hearing Roger Bonds. We keep hearing about Ruben. We keep hearing about them. And so with them, with KK, with all of them, it's starting to sound like that is the enterprise. We're not saying that the legitimate businesses are the enterprise. We're saying that these people were moving in the interest of the business and for him to protect him, right? Right. That's what the government is saying at this particular point in time. All right. But the prosecution, that's what the government is saying, but the defense is trying to hack away at that, right? They're trying to hack away at that by making it seem like, well, they're just doing their job being there. But when you have security going to go get an assistant because the assistant is deciding that they want to run away, or the assistant is out having fun with their friends and you send security to go get them, that is no longer within the scope of business. When you have your security team taking your personal girlfriend to the hotel to hide her away because you have put hands, feet, and Nebos on her, and now she has bruising all over her body and cannot be seen by public, and you are stationing security there with her to make sure that she does not leave, then guess what? They are no longer moving as the security to protect him. They are now moving as the security to protect what is in the better interest of the business and for him. So that is where you come into play with showing all of this. When you have KK having photographs of these security guards' licenses that they just paid $100,000 to cover up an abuse video that was happening, guys, that is establishing enterprise. When she has the NDA in her phone that these guys signed, she took the screenshots of it. That is establishing the enterprise because that is not moving in a way that a normal business would move. This is moving in a way to protect him and for the greater good of him and the business. This is the enterprise. The enterprise is Diddy, it's KK, it's Roger Bonds, it's Uncle Paulie, it's Ruben, it's what's the other guy's name? I'm missing one. Uncle Paulie, Ruben, Roger Bonds, and D-Rock. Okay, all of these people, the assistants that were there, all the people, Vashta in HR, all these people who were helping him to cover up. Okay, Maze Millie, tell me one of the 35 predicate offenses of a RICO. If you can't tell me that, then you will be booted up out of here. How about that? Because I've got my snipers on standby. Trust me. Maze Millie, give me one of the 35 predicates of a RICO, and you can stay. And if you can't give me one of the 35 predicates of a RICO that apply to this case, you gotta go. How about that? Anyway, so this is why the defense decided to bring the security into it. But unfortunately, if there are people like me who have already gone looking and doing their due diligence, asking questions to the people, lady, you don't have a look. Answer me that. Answer the question. Nothing else that you say will get through if it's not an answer to what are one of the 35 predicate offenses of a RICO. If you can't answer that, sweetheart, time is ticking. Time is ticking. If you can't comment, you can't get it. Integrity, no integrity, no integrity. That's no integrity, no integrity, no integrity. No integrity has no integrity, no integrity, no integrity. Oh, guess what? Bye. Bye, A. You can go, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to start a beef, and that's not going to happen. All right, that's it, Maz Millie. Bye. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for coming out. Good night and God bless. Now you will talk to yourself. Anyway, back to the reporting that I was doing. So they have already established enterprise, period. The enterprise is established, all right? When you take the testimony of Cassie, you take the testimony of Capricorn Clark, you take the testimony of George Kaplan, you take the testimony of Daniel James, you take the testimony of Mia, you take all of that testimony and put it together, and you keep hearing the same names over and over again. Those are the people that you are looking at who are supposed to be a part of this enterprise. But a lot of these people have either taken plea agreements or they have immunity. George Kaplan testified to having immunity. There's a lot of people that have had immunity. Eddie Garcia was going to come in and plead the fifth. He said he wanted immunity before he came. And guess what? The government had to break down and give him immunity. Okay? So while y'all are asking why no one else is on this RICO, it's because they're getting immunity deals, you guys. They're getting plea agreements. The government, understand this, the government doesn't give a damn. The government doesn't give a damn. We saw that when we looked at the records for Monster. Monster was out here prostituting underage girls and got caught drug trafficking by the feds, and the feds are now using him as an informant. What? If they could take down a bigger fish, they're going to go for the bigger fish. That's how this goes, you guys. That's how this goes. Do they want Diddy's money? Abso-freaking-lutely, they want Diddy's money. Is this a humiliation ritual? Absolutely, it sure enough is. Do I think that Diageo may have played a hand in this? I absolutely do. But do I think that he has not done any of these crimes? No, I do not. I think he has. I think he has committed offenses. But I think what has happened is he pissed off the wrong people and they dropped a dime on him. That's what I believe. So if you want to know what my thoughts are, those are my thoughts.
Diddy pissed off.
That's what I think, people. Ta-da!
Diddy pissed off the wrong person. And I feel like the proof in that statement is that we still don't know. So the guy who testified today, his name is Eddie Garcia. He was a security guard at the hotel where he beat Cassie's ass at. And he was the one that Diddy paid to get the tape. Or to get the tape so that nobody would see it. So he testified today. He really brought the RICO today. So for the people who were like, oh, I don't see a RICO, the guy today really kind of put everything together. But he testified that about how, they asked him for the video and they refused because of course that's unethical. And it was to the point where Diddy's assistant was calling him at work, calling him at home, showing up at work, showing up at home. She was literally almost stalking this man so that he would give them the tape or whatever. And they're between him and his boss, they were like, well, we'll do it for $50K or whatever. And they said he testified how Diddy brought $100K in a brown paper bag and with a money counter and he was nervous and all this other stuff. But anyway, that's a RICO because you're using your employees to cover up your crimes. And he made a man sign an NDA. But NDAs don't cover crimes. But I've always said that from day one. He pissed off the wrong person. But anyway, my point was that even though he did that with the guy today, we still don't know. The reason why we know about that Cassie videotape is because CNN leaked it last year. CNN leaked it, and it was all over the internet, and that's how this all came about. But we still don't know how CNN got the video. Allegedly, the USB drive that the dude testified today that he handed to Diddy himself, allegedly that was the only copy of the ass whooping. Apparently, obviously it wasn't. But we still don't know how CNN got the video. And we always said it was the feds. The feds leaked it to CNN. Okay, but how did the feds get it? Like somebody had to give CNN that video. I want to know who did it, because that would say a lot. Maybe it was one of the guys, because the security guard also testified that when, I guess they asked him, had he talked to Diddy since all this happened? And he said that he reached out to Diddy, I think online or on Instagram, or I don't know. He reached out to Diddy somewhere and tried to get help with a job, and Diddy never responded. Of course, my dealings with you are over now, sir. I have a reason to talk to you now. Get out of here. Like, we're not friends. I got what I wanted. You're dismissed, peasant. Like, but anyway, yeah, it's been a wild trial. And so today, his lawyers were starting to go along with that whole it's because he's a black man thing or whatever. Which that narrative is really getting on my nerves. That whole this is all happening to Diddy because he's a black man thing is really getting on my nerves, because nobody made Diddy whoop that girl ass. Nobody made him rape whoever, sexually is, I can't censor myself for shit. Nobody made him attack whoever he attacked. There's no racism involved in that. There might be racism involved in how he got found out or why he is where he is, but there's nobody else made you do any of that shit but you. Oh, and today
that's what I'm saying.
Came in, so the CFO testified. The CFO, who was CFO of Bad Boy Records for 20 years, came in. He was the last witness today, and he was testifying how a lot of shit is in Janice Combs' name. Like, I don't know why her assets aren't frozen at this point, but it's a bunch of shit in his mama name, and she has nothing to do with the business, and that's weird. That's strange. That's suspicious.
So now, when they started talking about overseeing Diddy's personal finances, and then they went back into how the homes were in LLCs and the reasons why they were in LLCs, and then Agnifilo started asking questions. Did anyone ever not pay their taxes? Yeah. While you were there? There was an objection to that. Then he started getting into some of the taxes, and Derek said that the taxes were done properly while he was there, that he would do everything that he could do to make sure that the company was financially appropriate. Now, when you're listening to the things that people say, you have to actually watch how they're saying it. So when he asked him that question, he said, while I was there, the taxes were done properly. And I would do everything that I could do.
I don't know nothing to make about sure what happened when
the business was financially appropriate.
But when I was there,
he emphasized certain things when he was saying them. Okay. When they talked about cash on hand, they said that there were cash on hands to pay the artists, but that there were times that Diddy would be paid in cash, all right, from the cash on hands. And how they would do that, how they would keep track of the cash on hand, is that they would have the receipts, and in the receipt you would have to say who you gave the money to, what the money was for. They would have to tell you what they spent the money on and what the net was, what they had when everything was done. That's what they would have to come back and they would have to give them, and then they would just replenish the petty cash from that. Okay. But it was never established whether or not Diddy got petty cash payments. It was never established as to why Diddy was getting paid cash. They never went into that stuff, you guys. So once again, this is another door that was left open where I was sitting there like, you showed us that he was paid in cash. Do y'all have the receipts that show what he said it was for? Do we have the amounts of what he was paid in cash? Like, what was the purpose of bringing all of this up is what I was trying to find out. But they asked, did you see anyone help Diddy commit crimes? He said no. Did you see anyone commit acts of violence? There was a pause. before he said no. So when they asked the question, it went like this. Did you see anyone commit acts of violence in furtherance of the business? No. That's how it went. That's the pause in between. No. But when they asked him, did you see anyone commit crimes to help, help Diddy commit crimes? He was like, no. Did you see anyone commit acts of violence in furtherance of the business? No. Did you see anyone? Then they started asking about if they saw any threats of violence. There was a pause. Did you see anyone commit threats of violence in furtherance of the company? No. That's how that went. Did you see anyone use coercion? No. It's those pauses in between answering when his answers were quick. Those pauses are the things that I am paying attention to. And that's the thing that people are not telling y'all. It's not just what they say. It's how they say it. It's how they're moving when they say it. Do they shift in their seat before they say it? Do they move and shift their eyes when they say it? Now, I can't see the jury from where I am, but from where I'm sitting at, I can see that witness stand very clear. I can see clearly up there on that screen. And that's what he was doing, okay? Then they said, did you see any oh, I'm sorry. When they asked about coercion, let me correct myself. When they asked him about coercion, Derek was quiet. And he was like, can you explain the question to me? So he said, did you see anyone commit any physical, mental, or sexual harm to anyone? He says, no. He says, did you see anyone commit sex trafficking? There was an objection, so he didn't answer. And he said, any acts of prostitution? He said, no. But when it came to the acts of coercion, he said, no. Pause. So that's 3 times that he paused before he answered that raised my eyebrow like, oh, really? Okay. And I'm not spinning a narrative. I am telling you exactly how it went down. All right. So then they started asking him questions like, was working for Diddy hard? And he said it was hard, and it had its moments, but they were also building companies from the ground up. So, he went into what it took to actually build a company from the ground up. He said it was grueling hours. There was a lot of dedication. But he said due to Diddy's work ethic, the way that he worked, his drive, that he kept them motivated and kept them, pushing to get the job done. But the difference here is, and Agnifilo made sure that he said this in the end of all of this, they weren't with Diddy 24/7. They weren't on the road 24/7. They were not subjected to what the assistants were subjected to. They were not subjected to what security was subjected to. They were not subjected to what Cassie was subjected to. They were not subjected to any of that because they were in the office. They were out here on Broadway. Broadway is right up the street from here. They were out there. They were on Broadway when Diddy was in Miami, was in LA, when he was doing all of these acts. They were in New York working in the office, okay? So now the surprising and the the ho-ho that came out was that Diddy and someone else, I don't remember the name, but there's 2 people that are partnered. It's Diddy and someone else that partnered in the Harlem Prep Charter School that caters to at-risk youth from grades 6 to 12. And Derek sits on the board of those schools, y'all. So he sits on the board of Diddy's schools. He has one flagship school that started in Harlem and another one that was in the Bronx. And guess what? Derek is on the board. Okay. I marked it as red flag, and I'm going to show y'all in my notes. I put it right here in my notes. Red flag, red flag. For me, that was a red flag because you're on his board and you're here. I get it that you were subpoenaed here and you didn't want to be here to testify, but here you are. Okay. And it don't sound like you're helping Diddy's case any, right? So he said, this was where the tables turned. Are y'all ready? Because as soon as I wrote red flag, this happened. Pay attention. Pull in close, because I want y'all to catch every bit of this Henny before I have to take my mic out and plug my battery in. Agnifilo says, do you think highly of Diddy? He got quiet. Did y'all hear me? Agnifilo asked Derek, the guy who was on the board for Diddy's charter school, who used to be his CFO, who used to be his COO, do you think highly of Mr. Combs? That's what he did. That's what he did, okay? Now, I put in there that he got quiet. And then he says, I don't know how to answer that. You don't know how to answer if you think highly of the man whose school you sit on the board of, the man who gave you a job as a CFO in his company, the man who made you a COO, the man who you're sitting in court testifying right now about. You don't know how to answer that question? So then they go on to say and ask him, when and if there was any purpose, anything that had happened that would cause him not to think highly of Diddy, no answer. Quiet. Agnifilo said nothing further. Baby, it's right here. Now on redirect, remember I told you that they brought out these charts showing who was the CEO of this and who was the CFO of that and who was this, and this, right? Well, because the defense opened the door to this evidence, the government came back and said, I want to show you a chart that the defense didn't show you. Baby, they opened up the chairman chart, and guess who the hell was on the chairman chart? And this is of Revolt Films. Honey, Diddy is the chairman. KK is right up under Diddy. You've got David Shirley. You've got Derek Roche. You've got Paul Offit, which is Uncle Paulie. You've got Damien. You've got Mia. Mia is on the chart for Revolt Films. And when the defense decided to show us that evidence, they nice and politely skipped over the chairman's chart. But on the chairman's chart showed everybody that had been testified about in Mia's testimony. I'm trying to see what that chart be like so I can show y'all better than I can tell y'all. Akbar, baby, you are so far gone. The defense pulled out, let me pull these glasses up. The defense pulled out the charts to show everybody what all these other departments were. Showed us that Diddy was not on any of those departments. He was on one chart as the CEO, but it was not the chairman's chart that he showed. Hold on, because my glasses got stuck in my damn locks. He was on the CEO on one chart, but they never showed us the chairman's chart until the government got up there. And when the government got up there, that's where everybody that Mia had testified to was on the chairman's chart. Baby. The government turned to Derek because they remember the defense asked all these questions. Have you ever seen this? And have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen anybody doing this in the greater good of the business? The government says to him that they asked him. They said, Derek, you were asked, but they didn't call him Derek. about abuse and violence. Where were you located? He said New York City. Were you ever at Mr. Combs' house? No. Did you ever travel with him? No. Did you ever stay with him in a hotel? He said no. They said no further questions. Agnifilo gets up there and says, the government just asked you a question about if you were ever at his home or if you were ever at a hotel. But you weren't in any of those places, correct? Because the CFO gets to have a life and doesn't go to the hotel or the home. The government said objection. He said no further questions. What the fuck was that? Was that supposed to be helpful? To who? Because it for damn sure was not helpful to the defense. Today was a bad day. Today was a bad day for Uncle Diddy. Baby, today was a bad day for Uncle Diddy. Now the sound is about to change, you guys, because my phone is about to die. Oh, I saw the doggy and it kind of scared me a little bit. Honey, when I tell you that I was sitting there like, hold on, who is the defense working for today? I'm trying to tell you.
Well, let me see what Tisa talking about. Lord have mercy. She going a mile a minute. It's 17,000 people in her chat. Let me see what she's talking about.
Talking fast off.
You know what? A mile a damn minute.
Risky.
Oh wait.
You know what? I'm gonna give it time. I'm gonna give it time. I think
This is
every
a channel
time I've been
called
like, I don't know
Popcorn
what you guys are
Planet.
doing, they've kind of surprised me.
I don't really know what else they talk about, but I know every day
mean,
when DJ, the other white girl, every day when she get off, she redirect her audience.
It's tough. And regardless, all
and
the
they've been like
chaos,
they've been
I
doing
guess it
their
could
own
be
little
worse.
Diddy review thing, but they be boring to me. So
They look boring. Yeah.
This identity. I know. They said, when is KK expected to appear? We're going to see. It's just going to appear in the next 2 weeks if she's with the government. If Diddy, she's going to be in the next 3 or 4 weeks. I will say this, right? Mia's identity being disclosed. I will actually say this, right? I know. Well, I don't know, but I have a feeling Diddy's team was probably looking through all my lives, just hoping I was dumb enough to say this, right? Anne Marie said he's wearing a hat and his gap tooth. I don't see anybody. They must have me on the long range Zoom. I literally. Oh, really?
I wonder how old she.
Oh, really?
I swear to God, I was just.
Okay, I'm getting tea. I'm getting tea. I'm getting tea. Kyle Bradbury said your mustache is showing.
Because it could go either way. Because you know, black don't crack.
I wish you could say the same thing about your dick, but you know.
It could go either way. She could be.
All right. Anyway, right, baby. Would you like me to loan you?
It's like she's definitely at least 30, right?
Yeah, I see about 30, 31, 32. But she go for good 27, 28.
You think so? Yeah. I don't know. I wonder how old she. I'm very, very curious.
Some of the testosterone. So anyway, right? You can switch out that estrogen. Anyway, you guys, let's get into this, all right? Exactly. So they said so 2 or 7. Okay. So also they showed that Diddy was moving money from Janice Combs' accounts into other personal accounts. Again, the CFO. What is the takeaway of this day? What is the takeaway of this day? My bestie always tells me one thing, right? My bestie always tells me one thing, and she's always told me this. Don't you ever ask a question you don't want the answer to. Don't ask the question. If you don't want the answer, don't ask the question. Mark Agnifilio found out that today because he literally was with the CFO. So he's a good businessman, right? He taught you a lot, right? Yeah, you couldn't have done it. Long hours, y'all was building a legacy. He thought he had this ninja. And then he finally said, so in your 19 years of experience, would you say, Cherry said, LOL, love your comebacks, thank you. They said, so in your 19 years of experience, would you say that Sean Diddy Combs is a good person? I don't know what to, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Literally, he was like Mia. He was like, what do you mean by that? And he was like, would you say, do you admire him? Would you say he's a good person? And he sat there for 20 seconds, just blink slow. And Mark Agnifilio is like, you know what? We can move on. No further questions, Your Honor. And Mark sat his happy ass down. Mark, I know you thought you was going to come into that courtroom and do the Brian Still slide. You said, you literally, he came in and he was like, oh, Brian is not going to be the only white boy in this court doing 3-pointers. He tried to do the Brian Still slide. Get in there. And he got himself embarrassed. I said, and on that note, I literally sat there and I said, and scene. Thank God that the prosecution has rehabilitated themselves. Thank God Brian Still, Westmoreland, and Xavier stayed away from the witnesses. And we let Mark Agnifilio do what needed to be done, which is help the prosecution prove their case. Anyway, Mom's King said, keep working, Tisa. Hard work pays off. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Max Hammer said, takeaway is you're tough and smart. Thank you. Oh, my God. I am
literally making like the money that she's spending being in New York for this trial. She's literally making it back.
God bless. Lunch on me. Also, Cece said, hey, pretty lady, keep bringing us breaking news. Thank you so much. Rose J, thank you so much for your super chat. Dory Angel said, we need Ben Stiller to play Brian Still in the movie, right? No, I want Woody Harrelson or Owen Wilson. You know Brian's still gonna be like, I want somebody that's 6 feet tall to play me. YM Droid said, clearly those zesty fools who want to argue over who's the baddest bee. Exactly, you don't gotta argue with me, baby. You got that. You the baddest bee. You the baddest bee in the whole. Like, listen, I will never argue over the man. You got that. You the baddest bee. All right. Anyway, you guys. Pepita 7, thank you so much for the super chat. Anyway, y'all, let me know. Oh my God, Robin Smith, thank you so much for the super chat.
Oh, I think I was behind and she must have got off.
You got off?
That dude, dude that we had, the dude that I had found the other day when we was on that like was ghetto as hell. Like I was trying. No, that wasn't the one. I think it was. So the content creator that they was talking about, Docs the Witness. I think that was the same one that got into it. So one of these YouTubers, one of these content creators got into it the other day with Gene Deal. the security guard. And I mean, in all fairness, Gene been saying everything we hear in court, Gene been saying for 20 years. Him and Jaguar Wright been saying this shit about Diddy. But one of them content creators got into it, like physically got into it with Gene Deal the other day. He did an interview about it. I'll see if I can find it. But this like security and shit had to come break it up, and they had told Gene Deal he couldn't come back to the courtroom for a while or whatever. But he was like, he wanted to be there because he's the one that's been saying this shit for 20 years. He wanted to be in the courtroom to kind of like see it through, I guess. Like, this is what I started, and now this is the finish, I guess. But they've been acting up. They've been acting up out there. It's like number one, it's a very high profile trial, and then number two, it's New York, man.
Yep. Everybody.
It's New York. They already, a little bit.
So all crazy shit gonna be out there.
Yeah. But yeah, I know you don't be keeping up with it as much, so
Nah,
you
I started a new position, new job and shit, so I be fucking busy during the day.
Oh, you got out the one that you because that one you was there for like what you said 8 years or something like that, right?
Yeah. I know. Went somewhere else, got another offer for more money and shit, so I took that.
Yeah, I did that. I always go where the money is. Follow the money.
Yeah, they don't want to pay a nigga over there. Been sitting in the same position, same spot, doing the same shit for fucking 5 years. They don't want to give a nigga no high position, no nothing. Don't want to give a nigga no raise. Nah, it's time for me to go.
Yeah. And the problem is because you've been there so long, they felt like you weren't gonna go nowhere.
But that's how that type of job is where I was. It's like it's a private company owned by this white man, rich ass white man, billionaire, but it's like family. Like everybody, only way you get a job there, you know somebody, a cousin, somebody, or getting their family member on.
Yeah.
So that's how that shit is. And I just got on. My sister was in HR some years ago. Then hired me and my brother and my cousin, but they didn't like that, and they found a way to get rid of her. Because she saved their ass from a lawsuit, but they were fucking with my brother. And he was about to sue their ass. But she lay around and saved their ass from the lawsuit, being a good worker and all the other extra shit, but also trying to help my brother out. But they said that she was looking out and taking out for him. So they got rid of her. And they've been having this little bullshit with anybody that's related to us.
I'm about to say, so how they let you stay? I'm sure. I mean, I'm not saying you should have lost your job. I'm just saying that sound like one of them situations where they would have just found anything to get rid of you.
Because they couldn't get rid of me. Because they for one, they fired her wrong, and then she had a lawsuit against them. They fired my brother wrong, fired my cousin. They couldn't fire me. If they would have fired me,
financially responsible.
Fired me, they would have been fucked up. They were for real. Because the only people that I've been 8 years. Okay, the only people that have been fired since I've been working there are my relatives. And there have been people doing all kinds. They don't fire people at their job. There's a bunch of old Asians at that motherfucker, old bunch of motherfucking husbands and wives and daughters and nieces and all that type of shit. Everybody just related about it. They just ain't like the family. They ain't like black people. A black family, having nice vehicles and shit. They ain't like that type of shit. So they had this little thing against us. They had this shit going around the company that we were selling drugs and shit.
What?
Yeah, it was all type of bullshit at that job. Motherfuckers they selling drugs.
Well, you did good for the last 8 years.
Yeah. I mean, I they really couldn't fire me, and then they needed me. When nobody else don't want to take my position. So, yeah.
Is Texas an at-will state? You know what that is?
At will, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it is an at-will state?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, North Carolina is too. That shit irritating, man, because let me see. I have lost two or three jobs just because. Like one job I was had in college, when we all got there for work, it was a sign on the door saying "won't no work, company closed." Like, damn, like shit, and it's like nothing you could do about it. We wasn't salary or nothing like that. Like, it was like a call center type thing. And then like when I got in corporate world, I came into work one day, and first they had fired this other girl that was like in my my department or whatever. And then the very next day, they got rid of like everybody else, but they was making up like bullshit reasons or whatever. Like, I'd rather you kind of just tell me I'm let go. Don't try to lie. Don't try to pin some shit on me like you know I ain't do. Like, just tell me just let me go. Like, don't make no shit up though. But it's just like it's just crazy how people can take your livelihood and they don't have to give you not one reason.
One reason. Not one reason.
My mama used to always say, "You need to get a government job. Get a government job because it's stability." They not guaranteed neither. Like,
nope. You can lose that motherfucker too. I mean, but I mean, once you get into a government, you know, they not really looking to fire, but it can happen. It's only you fucking up with government work, you know. But hey, any work you can get fired from.
That's why I just be like, man, I just need some shit to pop off of myself. I do not want to work for anybody else ever again, man. I just don't like my life being in somebody else's hands.
No.
I don't like that at all.
I got about another 5 more years of this shit. I got plans. I got plans. I'm gonna just start doing it on weekends. And then shit, you know, until I can build myself up and get myself a good 5-year run of just doing weekend building. And if it builds up before then, hey, but I'm working for myself.
Start somewhere.
I'm trying to do my own self and work myself. Shit. But out here in Texas, you can make money doing all kinds of shit. Like, you can do shit here in Texas.
Yeah, man. I had said, I might move to Texas. Like, y'all got some nice houses out there, and the shit is cheap. Like, I was looking at houses and stuff, like houses that are like $300,000 there in Texas is like $800,000 here.
You get your nice house for $300, shit. You motherfucker think you motherfucking rich. You get your nice big ass house $300.
Man, we got this shit, but it is high. Like, it costs a lot to live here. Like, and it ain't always been that way. But so it's a list. I think it's the Wall Street Journal. But anyway, it's a list that some magazine put out every year, like best places to live, type list, like, or the best places to get a job and stuff like that. And Raleigh is always on the list. And every time Raleigh is on that list, more and more companies and corporations come here. And then the more companies and corporations come here, the more houses they build, the more people come here. And the more people come here, I mean, that shit, the cost of living just go up and up and up every time, every year.
Yep.
I remember my first apartment, I was living in Charlotte in college, but my first apartment was a 1-bedroom, 1 bathroom. I paid $529 a month. Man, now you can't even get no damn studio for $529 a month. Not here. Hell, you lucky if you find a studio. Like, they be forcing you to buy a house, it seems like. But what else is going on today? What else is going on? Oh, what happened? Yo.
Yeah, scam like this motherfucker.
What's going on?
But yeah, shit, you can thrive, motherfuckers can thrive out here in Texas. There's so many motherfuckers here. So many motherfuckers here in Texas. Motherfuckers standing out on the street selling ice cream and shit, making money.
Hold on right quick. All right, I'm back. Yeah, I don't even think I ever been to Houston.
No.
My uncle live in San Antonio. I know we went out there. It was a long time ago. I was still like a kid when I did that though.
I only been there San Antonio maybe once. Been to San Antonio. And I think I would really like stop there if I was passing through that.
Okay. What, Justin?
Yeah, motherfucker. It's easy to thrive out here. Shit, motherfucker. Gonna hire all the jobs out here. Motherfucker can work for themselves. You just gotta get it going. That's all.
Yeah. You gotta, it's hard though, especially when you are trying to work for yourself because you're gonna be broke before you be rich. Like you gotta, be in the trenches for a little while, not doing anything. Like with me in these little videos, like even though I'm just doing like on social media, even though I'm just doing like news stories, like I have seen. That's kind of like where I kind of got the idea from. There are a bunch of other pages that post the exact same shit I post or whatever, and they might got 50, 100,000 followers, but it's because they've been doing it way longer than I have. And so sometimes I'd be like, man, I don't even feel like doing it. Like the other day, it was so much news that kept popping up. Number one, I'd be having to take a mental break because the shit be like depressing. So yeah, I'd be having to take like some days because I guess I'm an empath and I'd be taking all of it on. But it's like, man, you can't hear about kids and women being killed but so many times in I mean, it's just like these big cities, you'll have one night where 2-3 women are killed, then you got another big city, 2-3 the same shit. Like it's a lot, but I be wanting to give up. I ain't gonna hold you, but that's what I'm saying. I just gotta. Sometimes I be telling myself, well, you just gotta stick through it. But it just get discouraging because you spend time doing it and you're not making any money off of it yet. So it's like, even though it's time consuming, you ain't getting paid for your time. But I want to do it for I want to get into, and it's kind of what I went to school for, but I want to get into like on my own, helping other people grow like on social media and stuff. Like I think I can do that. I've helped like between the pages that I got and other people, I've helped people monetize their pages before meeting the requirements they supposed to meet. But
how do you do that?
It's easy. It's easy on TikTok, and I think it became easy for me because I kind of like took some time. I just really kind of one day took some time and like was looking into like, how does TikTok work? Like because I was seeing so many people make money. Like before, like people know how people make money now. Like I was seeing it and I was like, wait a minute. Like, and I don't know if it was because of the algorithm that I'm in, like the videos that I be searching for. That's how like all these other videos about how people make money kept popping up or what. But I was just seeing it. And I'm like, yo, let me sit down and really like read into this. And so TikTok work off like a point system, and you get points for, and all they care about is if you engage with the app. So you getting points for engaging with that. Every time you like a post, comment, repost, share, or any of that is giving you like engagement points. The more engagement point, the more you're like interacting with other people. Now, when you post stuff, TikTok is gonna push your stuff out to other people because the goal is you want your video, whatever you post, to be on the For You page or whatever. So if they see that you're interacting with people and that's like going on people's lives and just interacting, then when you post, they'll push your video out and then you can get your little whatever. But once you hit 10,000 followers or whatever, you can be in the Creator Rewards program, and that's when you get paid for views. So when you're in the Creator Rewards program, I think your video got to be under a minute or under. It's a time frame, but that's when you start getting paid for views. So when you see people that's going viral and stuff on Facebook, on TikTok, they're getting paid to go viral. Like the more people share and repost they video, it's just making them more money. So I think as long as you meet the requirements on how the video is made, like as far as the timing and stuff like that, make sure you're not using no copyright stuff, and your video go viral, you're getting paid for those views.
Mm-hmm. On that TikTok.
Yeah, man. I was like, what? I should have been on this motherfucker a long time ago. But I didn't. TikTok was one of them apps. I was like, I am not downloading that app. The app's for kids. I am not doing it. No. But that's because when it first came out, it was just a bunch of people dancing and shit. Like
it really was for kids.
No,
motherfuckers start saying they making money out there shit. Fuck these shit.
Yeah.
Number grown up on that motherfucker now.
And with the affiliate program, I done got both of my pages in the affiliate program. You're really not supposed to get into there until you got 5,000 followers. But like I was just like going hard on the app, like just engage. I'm one of the people, I repost everything, every video I damn see. Like I repost the hell out of some shit, like repost. But it was just seeing, I guess, that I was on it. But affiliate is where people are making a lot of money. That's what I really need to get into. Like if I could really get that out the ground, I could at least make an extra $1,000 a month easy. But I like I said, I don't think I'm animated enough. And then it's hard to make videos about a product that you don't have.
A product.
Yeah, like the TikTok shop, the store.
Oh.
So like that's, you basically get paid to market other people's products, and then if people buy it from your link, then you get the commission off of it. If you was selling, like let's say you made t-shirts and you had your own brand, your own company, you could sign up on TikTok as a seller and have your own shop, and then people can make videos and market your stuff for you and help you get sales and stuff, and then they just get commission for it. Like Nike on TikTok, Fashion Nova on TikTok, like all the big stores is up there because it's a way for them to make more sales or whatever. But the people who are like pushing, like marketing and stuff, they just getting commission off of it if you buy it from their link. So they got a bunch of different ways. If you rap, or if you're an artist, you can sign up on TikTok as an artist. And then when people use your music in their videos, you get paid for that.
I definitely get on that motherfucker with some clothes and shit.
Yep. Yeah, if you selling shit, it's a good way to make more, get more exposure. And then at the same time, other people are making the commission money. So
yeah, because I want to get into the clothing and shit. I got a lot of the stuff. But my dad used to do that shit with the clothes and shit. I got the printer and I got the thing that you press and all.
You got a circuit printer.
I got the presser and all that shit.
That's cool. That's time consuming though, right?
Yeah, if you're gonna be doing, one garment at a time, shirts and hoodies, whatever you're gonna be doing, yeah. But it's just more about, getting it out there.
Yeah, because then if it take off, that's what I was worried about. Because I'm still gonna do it. What?
I made my bed.
Good job. I'm still gonna do it, but I was gonna make like T-shirts and stuff for my my page and stuff. But I was gonna do it through, like, they got a bunch of different companies where you can design your own stuff and then they fulfill it for you. Like I didn't want to keep tracking no inventory or have a bunch of boxes around the house. Like I didn't want to keep tracking of that. So they like you design the stuff and then they just print it and ship it out for you.
Mm-hmm.
So you got your dad had his own brand?
He just used to he had his own football team, so he'll do the uniforms and he'll do other people's uniforms, and then he just do shirts, T-shirts and stuff. Design shirts and stuff for the football teams, for church have a little choir and stuff. He designed shirts, and he used to do our family reunion shirts and stuff like that. He never had his own brand. He had his own paint company. He did his own T-shirt stuff for that, but no clothing brand. He just did clothes and the stuff for people.
Yeah,
I was going to do my own brand, clothing brand, and elevate and do something else with it.
Yeah. Yeah. You just got to get out there. You got to start.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I already got a whole bunch of, just rough drafts of stuff that I want to do, just ain't never got down to it.
Me too. I just feel like it's not enough hours in the day.
Yeah.
That's
just
how I be feeling. Like, damn.
Once I commit to it and start doing it, I'm going to be doing it. But I'd rather just do some stuff and, before I even do a rollout or anything like that, just have some stuff, so just in case if I do, hey, put it out there and the demand start to rise, and I at least have something to supply, that initial demand.
Yeah, spending money to make money.
Yeah. I just have all that shit stocked up. As I go on the weekend, just do some stuff, make some stuff, put it up until I accumulate enough and I feel comfortable with. I put it out there. I'm gonna get my niece, because she on TikTok. She be making her some money on TikTok. I'm gonna get my niece to put it out there on her page. Let her do her little thing with it. Do my own thing too, but just gotta get to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff I want to do. Like I said, I just be feeling like it ain't enough hours in the day. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, you gotta have time to do this. You gotta have time to handle your regular duties and responsibilities. But it's like when you creative, when you got a creative mind, like me, it's like you be wanting to spend that time creating. Like you, especially like me, like if I have an idea, like I want to work on that idea when I have that idea. Like, number one, I might forget about it. Number two, the enthusiasm that I'm gonna have working on it right when I have that thought in my head is like I'll be more focused than if I wait till later on or try to push it off or whatever. But it's like I can't do that every time because we having, they have to be an adult and shit.
I caught myself in it, or I just write it down. Let me write this idea down, because I will forget it. If I might, I will forget it. I write it down.
I gotta do better with that though, like, because people always tell me that, like, that's what people with ADHD. That's one of the things that everybody always say. Well, why don't you just write it down? Why don't you just make yourself a note? And it sounds so easy, but it's like, yo, you don't understand. What if you forget to write it down? Like, I be forgetting to write it down. Like, I be forgetting to make the note. Like, let's start there. I need a solution for that. Like,
mine went blank on the process to write the note.
Right. Like people be like, cause I am bad. Another part of ADHD is being impulsive, and I am real bad for it. Cause I did the shit last night. I can know that I am going to the store for one thing, and I can have that. I can go straight to that one thing, but I've always pick up 7 other things on the way to the register. Just and get there, and then my total will be 35, 44, and I'm like, I came here for ketchup. Like, what the fuck? Like,
ketchup and everything else too.
Man,
made no goddamn sense. Be looking.
I be like, what I buy? Wait a minute, whoa, what did I get? Because it add up so fast. You can literally have 3 things, and it should be $40. Like, damn, what did I buy?
Be looking for shit to pick up.
For no reason. Like, you ain't thought nothing about this until you just walked by it right now, just now, and saw it. But now you got to have it.
Oh, that's how I be. Like, damn, that is good.
It's where that's where it's most bad at the grocery store. Like, oh, that looks good. Oh, that looks good. I think I saw some strawberry cinnamon rolls at Walmart, and I was like the curiosity killed the cat. I was so curious about these strawberry cinnamon rolls. Like, it looked so fat and so good at the same time. I didn't care if them cinnamon rolls was like $4. I didn't care. I wanted to see what this was about. And it was and it paid off because they was bomb. That's $4 that I didn't have to pay.
That sounds good. Strawberry.
Yeah. They was at Walmart. Like, they want like there was like a Walmart like bakery thing. So they made it. So it might be in a Walmart where you at too.
Oh.
But yeah.
Go in that area and shit.
Yeah, I only go in Walmart unless I have to.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there.
You don't go to the bakery section?
Nah.
With the cakes and shit, yeah.
Cookies and the donuts and stuff, yeah. You know what else we want to come out of there with.
Yeah, bump that section. I try to avoid the whole store. Like, I will go in Family Dollar, Dollar General. I will go in every other store to get what I need before I go to Walmart. But sometimes I'll even go to damn CVS and Walgreens where shit is way too high for no reason. Just to like avoid going to Walmart.
Family Dollar and Dollar General ain't gonna make no better. I'm gonna go in there and come out there with shit.
Yeah.
All the time.
Like, oh, this is on clearance. Oh, this is $1. See that? That I'm bad with that too. Like, oh, it's just $1.
Mm-hmm. You spend $22 now. You talking about you want to get one thing?
Yeah. So shit you don't need, but it's just $1. So let me get it. I don't even damn go in Dollar Tree no more because Dollar Tree ain't $1 no more. That shit $1.25.
Yeah.
They need to change the name of the store. It is not Dollar Tree no more. Everything in there is $1.25, and that little quarter makes a big difference.
And some shit more than $1. Fuck. You have some shit more than $1. But I go in there and get all my snack though.
Yeah. I don't go in there as much because where I live at, I have a Family Dollar and a Dollar General before I get to the Dollar Tree. So I be going in there, and then I don't know if it's a North Carolina thing, a country thing, or what, but it is a Dollar General on like every 5. I mean, it's a Dollar General everywhere.
Yeah.
In the middle of nowhere, it'll be nothing for miles, and then it'll just be a Dollar General, smack dab in the middle of nowhere. It's just they be throwing them motherfuckers up.
Yeah, they do. I remember where I was coming from. I think I was driving. I was out of town driving. I think coming back from California. I seen the Dollar General. It's out of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere. You ain't seen nothing else for miles.
Who about to go to this motherfucker? Hey, God damn.
That's what I'm like. Is it a country thing or what? I don't know.
That motherfucker was in the middle of nowhere.
This is This Gene Deal talking about when he got in the scuffle, a kerfunkel with that why is it going to
Did he testify?
They didn't call him. I think they didn't call him because he's done so many interviews and he's been so vocal about Diddy for so long. I think if they would have called him, it would have looked
too biased.
Yeah. Like, or you got an agenda. You gotta, you trying to make some money off of this or something like that.
You out to get him. You been out to get him.
Yeah.
My man, week 3, Diddy trial. Gotta talk about it, man. I heard you and some dude got into an altercation up there. Like, what's the backstory behind that before we get into everything else?
I wouldn't call it an altercation, you know what I'm saying? Because that means somebody is capable of challenging you on your level. What happened is that you get these YouTubers, you know what I'm saying, who want to make contact with you by yelling, screaming, and hollering and thinking that you gotta answer their questions. And they talking to a grown-ass man like he's some kind of child or hollering at some kind of animal. See, I come to that court because I'm trying to see this thing through. I don't care what nobody say. I'm the one who initiated this whole thing and started talking about this dude's behavior, his attitude, how he was treating people, what he was doing, way before any of his employees, way before anything. I took all the ridicule, from everybody. You know what I'm saying? If you was watching the internet when I first got on here, they was talking about, yo, this bum ass ex-bodyguard, I didn't have this and I didn't have that. I didn't do this and I didn't do that. But then when the facts started coming out that I was a New York State parole officer with my college degree, had my own house, own apartment, was given another house by my family, and they started seeing that I was one of the leaders and the founders of the same gang, which Puff came out of. I helped and I started Slicking the Family. You know what I'm saying? All these are Harlem crews, and they started seeing that the real people that was in New York City was like, yo, Gene was the man. Gene is this, you know what I'm saying? And they was wondering why I got on the internet. But I was given something to do, man. I don't care what nobody say. So I go to that court to see it through. You understand? I go to that court to make sure that I'm going to see the people that I love who got hurt behind this dude, that we get justice. And I just want to be there to see it. I didn't come there for somebody to be calling me out my name, talking all that, saying things that's irate. Yo, listen here, I'm a grown-ass man. I raised 3 girls to be adults. I raised somebody else's sons to be adult men. You understand what I'm saying? So that makes me grown. I've raised people to be adults. I've helped people with their kids for them to become adults. So I'm a grown-ass man, and I don't need anybody. You just can't talk to me any kind of way or say whatever you want to say. Because then when we see each other, then express yourself as a man. So here this dude hollering, saying, call all kind of epithets, saying all kind of belligerent curse words, saying all kind of shit to me. And I'm like this. I'm like, yo, I played it cool when we was outside. Then when we got into the court, it was a whole different situation. You understand? It was a whole different situation. I went to him, I said, yo, bro, you had a lot of stuff to say outside. You understand? Yo, I got a lot of stuff to say now. That's what he said. I said, oh, what you got to say then? He said, yo, you got questions to answer. And for who? I said, if you want me, I got a booking number, then you do an interview. I answer any of your questions. I ain't got no problem of answering anything that you want to know. All you got to do is pay my fee and I'll be there. He said, well, you ain't going to tell me how to get the contact. And as soon as he said that, and he came like he was coming close to me, I took it back to 92. Wu-Tang. Protect your neck. And that's all I'm going to say. I took it back to that. I took it back to 1992 Wu-Tang. Protect your neck. And he know what I'm talking about. Then when I did that, then next thing you know, a girl came, the guards started coming and stuff like that. And he
Hold on, this is the actual
body slam my ass. But I'm gonna say, can we get a screen?
I was just watching you last night.
It's supposed to be the actual fight. Why is it blank? Oh.
So he fought?
They like put hands on each other to the point that the guard had to come break it up. And they told him not to come. They told Gene he couldn't come back to the courthouse. Like I think today was like the first day he was there. Wow.
How are you?
He said I took it back tonight too. I took it back tonight too. Wu-Tang. Protect your neck. Crazy. Who was the YouTuber?
Happy Monday. Can we get a scoop on anything new? So what brings you in today? Anything that used to happen that you might have seen?
Wow.
That you just wouldn't say? Okay. We got a reaction. That's cool. I can deal with that.
Diva.
Gene, if you've seen all of that and was at puppy parties,
Don't play with me, bro.
and you the same size as Uncle Phil, and you the same size as Professor Ogleby, and you the same size as Lucien Griez, Clive Davis. Okay. Why you want us to believe that you weren't at them parties participating in that behavior, Gene? We heard everything you got to say on the line, Gene. Gene, are you a victim of Diddy?
He wild.
Give him some space.
Nigga, do anything go viral, bro.
Not at all.
So why are you here? All right. Just give him some space, y'all. Give him some space. About Diddy, please give him some space. I was never scared, and he never said. Why are you here? All right, watch our backs, y'all. Watch our backs.
Hey, come in. Yo, this is Big Gene, y'all.
This ain't the fight.
I'm
Wow.
somewhere at a secret location. Miss Pleasant ain't here today. This is the dressing room.
What is he doing?
I do this so could just hate me more. I got all kinds.
Bro was wilding with no questions though. Like you can't in this climate with what's going on at this trial, you can't say stuff like that to somebody and expect somebody not to knock you out. Like if you like this man from what this man is on trial for, and you sit there and you talking to me like, why are we supposed to believe you that you want to know those knows me? Man, shut the fuck up. Talking to you. Talk to me like that. You trying to try me right now.
Do anything for a moment.
Nah, today at the Diddy trial, it was so out of pocket. It was like a circus. People were getting knocked out. Women was kissing on Diddy's son. Oh, man, look at this.
Mike, chill, Mike. I ain't fuck that son. Young Diddy, what do you think about?
Oh, my computer tired of me for the day. Yeah, this lady did run up to Justin and was like, "Oh my God!" Yeah.
Yo, King.
Yeah, he was sweet. Uncle down.
Peace. I like that. I'm gonna give it to him real.
And what are you celebrating?
I'm celebrating that I kissed Justin Combs on the cheek.
Let me see the video.
Look at this. Holy shit, guys. Look. Can I get a photo with you? I love you.
You guys look cute together.
Oh, everybody's saying that. What about me and you, Emily? Why we don't look cute?
Hey,
don't be mad. Tell me who look cute.
Mike, chill, Mike.
Pure mayhem. grown
That was
women
crazy.
going crazy. Somebody said he named his son after him. Somebody said his dad was going to jail. God, but guess what? That wasn't the highlight of today. Gene Deal ended up knocking out one of the reporters.
I'm not the type of dude that you can come up on like
Bro,
that.
listen. We out here
What kind of content?
You're not gonna tell me what to do.
You can't come up on me.
Bro, listen.
If you come up on me, I'm gonna knock you.
That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said. No, bro, shit. I said I'm a bitch. You gonna misgender me now? Now it's anti-Asian because I'm Asian. So now you harassing me. I am protecting
What the
my
fuck?
anti-Asian.
Go down the road with that.
Right, it is a Ringling Brothers circus. We got a crazy lady being a pedestrian. We got Gene telling him he gonna knock him out, and she was co-signing. Let's see how spicy her this gets.
Called you so fine, girl, I would drink your bad water. I would drink your bad water, Miss Cole. Now, Miss Cole.
Yo.
This is definitely gonna be a movie.
My bad, man. That's my fault. I should have showed you how to work. That's to make it go down. See the button? Yeah, man.
Called you so fine, girl, I would drink your bad water.
Bruh, this is like, is this real? We live in a matrix. The media has no chill today.
My bad, man. That's my fault. I should have showed you how to work.
Yeah, he don't even know how to show his homeboy how to work the camera. Oh my God.
Patriots, Secret Service, Sam here, just stepping out of the court building for a moment. We had a 10-minute recess. Here is something that not a lot of people are talking about.
Hold on. We got Secret Service Sam pulling up just to give a little briefing of what happened. Oh.
Gene Deal was here at the court building. I interviewed him in the elevator, and then shortly after that, he got into an altercation with a YouTuber, a friend of mine now who I know, called D-Not. D-Not was harassing him the day before, calling him all these names, calling him Uncle Phil. There's a video you can see. And
Uncle Phil?
Apparently, he punched out and knocked out D-Not yesterday to the point where they told Gene Deal not to come back for a few days. No arrests were made or anything, but like, I don't know. And I just saw D-Not a little bit ago trying to get into the main courtroom. And I think he was in the overflow. So I got to go talk to him. Maybe I'll get an interview for you guys, but I just wanted to drop that on you. Gene Deal.
So he did get an interview, and allegedly the interviewer found out. So the YouTuber, his name is Donat, D-O-N-A-T, I think is his name. I think that's the one that that docs Mia. I think that's the one that was the rumor going around YouTube today, was that he was the one that did it or whatever. But allegedly he did. It's on Neighborhood Talk where he did confront him. He was like, "Why you going around like spreading rumors saying he knocked me out and stuff like that?" And he was like going in on him. That is really a circus out there.
Man. YouTuber did not. Okay, there was an altercation, and like I said, I don't know whose fault it was. No arrests were made, but Gene was asked to take a couple days off from the case. So that's a little drama. I got more coming to you with the arsonist today. Please follow my YouTube. Secret Service Sam out. Samson for president of TikTok.
Right. Everybody wants clout. Even Secret Service Sam wants clout.
Secret Service Sam. He said it was his YouTube name. Gotcha. Let's see what Secret Service Sam talking about. Oh, I have never heard of Secret Service Sam.
What the fuck do he do?
he damn sure ain't no Secret Service.
If he naming himself that.
Patriots, this is Secret Service Sam outside of Daniel Patrick Moynihan building, giving you the good diddlations today. This is insane. Eddie Garcia, he was one of the security guards at the Intercontinental in LA when the Cassie Ventura hallway video beating happened. And this is insane. So the video happened. We all know Christina Karama called Eddie over and over until he answered, even called him at home. And that's when he said he was freaked out because, like, how did they get my home number? But the diddler has his connections, right? He makes it happen. Then, so they get his number, and oh, look, here he is coming out right now. Hang on.
Oh, he's a big guy.
Good job, Mr. Garcia.
Oh, wow. He's a big guy. He's the guy, so they had brought him in yesterday and was like, are you going to testify? And he was like, I'm going to plead the fifth. He told them that he was going to plead the fifth. So they offered him immunity yesterday to testify. So everybody is getting immunity deals to testify. Because he took the money. He took the money that, he was the one that got rid of the video. So supposedly. But yeah, that shit crazy. At this point, I just want to know. I feel like there's no way that J-Lo didn't know nothing, or didn't see nothing, or didn't do nothing. Like Diddy been doing these freak offs for as long as they've been saying he's doing. Then how was you in a whole relationship with J-Lo for 2 years and didn't have no freak off? So it makes me wonder, how did J-Lo? How did she keep her name out of this? Like, how did she stay so distant from this?
I knew. Trust me.
But she's not been a witness. Her name hasn't been brought into anything. Like, I'm just like, how are you keeping your name off of this? She might be paying people too, so.
She paying motherfuckers. Ever since that motherfucking shit with Shine, got that motherfucker and shit. She cleared. She got the fuck.
Yep.
She stayed clear of him, didn't.
Have you heard of State Boys?
No.
It's a every time I watch it, I think about you because it's like a body cam channel. Let me see. It's like a body cam channel, but they only do Louisiana. That's it. And man, them state patrol, Louisiana State Patrol ain't no joke.
Oh yeah, they don't play out there.
They don't play. They ain't no joke. But yeah, they all their videos is from anywhere in Louisiana, and the accents be killing me. I be thinking about you every time. They be catching folk. People be running through there with big shit. Like, well, I guess that's between, because it's, I guess Louisiana between between Texas and Georgia and stuff. So
motherfucker be taking that I-10. They don't know how to take no other route. And they be sitting there posted up too.
They good though. They get it their job, because I be watching like, damn, what you searching the car for? But then they find
State Boys, the Louisiana State Police work with a federal narcotics enforcement task force to bring down a major operation, from installing cameras on the dealer's residence to making a traffic stop to seal the deal. What will the troopers find?
What's in that bag? I don't know. Okay, you said you went to the casino. What did you actually? You wish to talk to me about anything? No? Alright. Stay silent. Just chill out right here, okay?
Get out! Get out! On the highway. State boys on the interstate. This is good and you State boys on the highway. They stopping everything they look at. State boys on the interstate. Put your seatbelt on, State boys don't play. State boys. Body cam footage from the Louisiana State Police and law enforcement agencies across the state of Louisiana. Lafourche Parish. On July 29, 2023, a trooper with the Louisiana State Police, Troop C, was patrolling when he noticed a vehicle with some equipment violations. The trooper would conduct a traffic stop and make contact with the driver, Kevin Tyler, and tell him the reason for the traffic stop.
Kevin looked like he got some shit.
Driver. How's it going, man? Alright, step over here so we out of traffic. You have your license on you? Yeah. Registration insurance? Get out the car? Huh? Get out the car, please. Where's that? In the car, right?
Why you get out the car without your license?
Any weapons on you? No, sir. Anybody else in the vehicle with you? No, sir. So I can search the vehicle? Well, let me call Nika and see where she got the papers at. Oh, you don't have it with you? You don't know where it's at? That's fine, man. That's fine. I can pull it up on the... There you go. So, if I didn't explain to you, man, the reason why I stopped you, you went up 10 ways. Yeah. The back ones, I don't know where she got it like that. All right. Where you from, man? It's in New Orleans. Oh, okay, cool.
They always tell you that
Bring you
window
out here, man. I came out here to go to the casino thing. I was dropping somebody off, but I'm going right here to Spurs. Okay. The restaurant I always go to. The Spurs? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you like so? Some Spurs? Where your insurance papers at? I can pull it up, man. Don't worry about it. All right, you can put it up. That ain't big deal. Yeah, I'm good. You chill out right there. You say you ain't got no weapons on you, man? Nah, hang on right there, okay?
It's always one of those things. Even when it ain't one of those
After
things.
running Kevin's license, the traffic stop would turn into more than just a tent violation.
Regardless of what the judge says, it's still the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like, once they see 10 numbers, hey, where you say you from? I go right there to the casino to drop my son off. Right there on 204. I drop my son off to go somewhere with a friend of mine this week. Yeah, from there I'm going right here to Spurs and going home. Pause, yeah. Okay. Where you at before then? You came from home? Yeah, I came right here from Kendall. Okay. All right, good deal. All right, you say you don't have any problem with me searching the vehicle? All right, look, this is a search form right here.
I ain't hear him say that, but why would you say that?
105.
Well, it don't matter. I guess it don't matter because what I've learned from watching these body cam videos is that they ask you to search the car, and then of course you can say no or whatever. But it seemed like after you say no, they'd be like, okay, well, no problem. I'm just gonna get the dog and run the dog around the car. And every time they run the dog around, I think I saw one video where they said the dog didn't alert. But even in that video, they ran the dog around the car 3 more times until the dog alerted. Like. But once they say they're gonna bring the dog, it's like they gonna get into the car either way.
Yep.
I guess it didn't matter.
You gonna get him now.
But maybe he thinks he got his feeling that they're not gonna.
Crazy. Look, anything leaving us up to the car. I appreciate it. Just hang out with the real quick.
You can relax. The car's hot.
Everything's hot.
You laugh, man.
You never probably think, let me be cool and he with him and Kiki with him, and so they're going about their business.
That's gonna throw their ass off. Damn, nigga.
picture. I don't even find that.
Yeah, white back. Getting changed up, find out what's in the bags and what it is. You understand? Remember that? You still on the phone or not? Like I said, you've been detained where you're right. The right to remain silent. Any statement you make may be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney and to have an attorney present with you during any question. And a forward attorney will be appointed to represent you for any questioning. You have the right to terminate this interview anytime. You have the same rights. Alright, what's in that bag? Huh? I don't know. I just think it's all. Okay, you said you went to the casino. What'd you actually do? Right at the casino. That's it. You wish to talk to me about anything? No? Alright, well, just stay silent. Just chill out right here, okay? I ain't gonna see your phone and everything.
What bag?
How much cash you
I don't
got?
know what bag you talking about.
$1,000. Put that in the bag. Just hold on to this. I'll grab a bag. Somebody reach the chief. Show one detained.
After a thorough search of the vehicle, the trooper would find what he was looking for.
Huh? Some bricks.
Oh shit. Damn. One, two, damn. I would have been scared. What'd you say? What'd you say?
I said he acting all motherfucking cool with them motherfuckers, knowing he got all that shit in there.
Yeah, I would be. And that shit was under the hood. It's July. That thing say July 29th. I'd be scared some shit gonna catch on fire. You got all this shit under the hood and it's already hot because of the engine running and no.
Yeah.
I just like, like I said, I would have been too scared. Some shit gonna spark. They don't need to spark against that fabric, and I don't know.
He thought he could ride around the hood like he was gonna do something. Yeah, go first.
Damn. They be killing me the way they got to stack it up, nigga. They be
know he done said
The
fuck at least
troopers were
33
found about
times.
12 keys of coke,
Yo.
and Kevin Tyler was booked into the Lafourche Parish Jail for possession with the intent to distribute 5 kilos or more. Kevin Tyler will plead guilty and he is still awaiting sentencing. Kevin was part of a superseding indictment where he and others were under surveillance leading to this traffic stop. The indictment will be linked in the description.
That's how. Okay, so they was already watching him
Yeah,
because
right.
normally they don't really just look under the hood unless they have a reason to look under the hood.
Yeah, watching you, boy. Look at his face. Fuck.
Damn. But he gotta be thinking in his head at this moment, who told on me?
Who told on me?
Who told on me? Because man, they don't search under the hood unless they so they got a reason. They watched to put that to them.
Yeah, they watch.
Damn. But yeah, this page that all their body cams come from Louisiana. But yeah, that I-10, man, it get them every time. And it be people that you would not expect ever to be trafficking.
They finna, damn. The keys. Yeah. There were 12 of them?
He had 12 of them. This guy, wait, was it this? The Stolen Go. That's what it was. I watched the other day. I was like, damn. First of all, I ain't no minivan. I'm not a minivan. I don't care how many kids I have. I ain't get no damn minivan. I didn't know that this minivan had these many compartments, but they had the whole minivan.
California heading to Florida is stopped by Louisiana State Police. The traffic stops start off as routine, but troopers end up having to pull out an x-ray machine to see where they're hiding. What will the troopers find?
Hey,
they're all loaded.
Yes, sir.
Loaded. Hey, the floor is loaded too.
They be so excited.
Yeah.
They be so excited.
Loaded.
Lock them up, boys.
They finna get some of that motherfucking drugs.
State Boys. Body cam footage from the Louisiana State Police and law enforcement agencies across the state of Louisiana. Bossier Parish. On May 7th, 2021, a trooper with the Louisiana State Police, Troop G, was doing stationary patrol on Interstate 20 when he noticed a vehicle commit a traffic violation. The trooper would catch up to the vehicle and conduct a traffic stop and make contact with the driver, Jay Baker, and tell him the reason for the traffic stop.
Them niggas up there near motherfucking Texas borderline. I don't know, that's it. Where you don't play at? That Texas Arkansas borderline?
Yeah. And that's 20, I-20.
Yeah,
20 the one that ran into Georgia, right? I think so.
Good.
How are you? Hey, my name's Trooper Wardell with Louisiana State Police. What's up, man?
Dude, they thought
It's
they could
taken me
take a
about
back
8 miles
road.
to catch you because all the
Instead of
traffic.
taking
I'm sorry it
10.
took so long.
They tried to take
The
20.
reason I'm stopping when you came by us back there, that 18-wheeler in front of you, you're riding right up on his butt in this tight traffic. When you're going
nigga,
60,
y'all
70
gotta
miles
take
an
the back
hour like
road,
this, if he
country
slams
road,
on the brakes,
dirt
you're
road.
toast. And when we have it traffic packed like this, you need to like spread it out. Because when you come over one of these hills, if there's a crash right here, you're not gonna know, and you're just gonna pile into everybody that close. So just need to back it up. And the only other thing is whenever you pass the 33 exit, where the exit ramp is, there's the white lines for like what we call the gore. You just came over and clipped it a little bit. Just need to hold the center of your lane better.
Oh, wow.
Do you have a driver's license, sir?
Something as small as that.
What you sitting in the
You
back
going over the center lane.
Trying to get comfortable or what?
You trafficking, man. You got to go.
I got you. I got you. You look like, I thought you were like a VIP or something. I
They
got
gotta
you.
be
Who is it?
cracking niggas, man.
Okay, I got you. Still living in St. Petersburg? This is a good address? Okay. Do you have your vehicle paperwork? Yeah, go ahead. Any weapons or anything? Okay, yeah, go ahead and grab that for me. I tell you what, since we're like right over this hill, will you just pull up like maybe not quite almost to that bridge and then pull over a little further? Because we're like, people are getting over at the last second. I don't want us to get hit. I understand. Just you see we're about where that shadow starts at the bridge? You'll just pull up there, I'll pull up behind you there, and then try and get over here more so we're not right on that line.
If I remember right.
Is it Warren or Wardell?
Wardell.
I gotta get bad.
If you, we'll get done in just a few minutes and we'll get you out of here, okay? Just meet me up there.
If I remember right, I think he said he smelled weed. But you know they always
This is perfect. Now we got shade and everything.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Baker. If you would, while I run all my stuff on the computer, if you'll just stand right in front of my car so we're on camera, okay?
Okay. I got you bad.
Man,
We're
not really supposed
to. I understand your position.
nervous.
If I'm moving to the front of the car and like where I'm not in the camera,
Because already the cop.
I'll wait till we're done.
yeah, because I mean, there's an exit in like 4 miles.
Okay. I'll hold.
Already the cop is like, oh, he's making excuses not to get out the car. Like he's making excuses not to
Now, this is such a great spot. I didn't even know it was this wide over here. I hate standing by the road, so it's easier for us to come over here.
Not me, we ain't friends.
All right, so you said this is a good address?
It is.
All right. So you rented the car in San Francisco?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And it says it was due back in San Francisco.
Yeah, but I tried to change the plans. My nephew needed to come home, and he couldn't afford to fly.
Okay.
So I'm returning it at Enterprise in St. Pete.
Okay, I got you. That's gonna cost you some more.
I know, it's like $350.
Yeah. So how did y'all get to San Fran?
Huh? I flew out there.
Okay.
Yeah, I flew out there.
Did he went with you?
No, he was living out there.
Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. All right.
Man,
He's just living out there. San Fran?
About 7
Nice. Well, man, I'm gonna check all your paperwork and everything, just make sure this thing's not stolen or anything like that. Okay. And then I'm gonna run y'all's IDs, make sure your license is good. If everything's good, we'll get you out here in a minute. Hopefully you can go pee, okay?
Okay.
Just hang tight right here for me, okay? So everything's on camera.
Understand, he's a man. Let him go over there in the woods.
The trooper would advise backup on the details in the traffic stop, and we get a little background on Jay Baker.
There's a guy in the back seat, like a younger guy. Pretty strong smell of weed coming out of it. It's a one-way from Cali. They flew over there like a week ago. Well, he flew over there like a week ago. He's saying that his nephew's in the one in the back seat. He's bringing him back because he couldn't afford to fly.
Okay.
And the rental's overdue.
Is there anyone in the front seat?
No, he's just sitting in the back. There's a couple suitcases in the back.
Oh, I can't complain. We got nice weather, so.
I'll tell you, it's beautiful.
How long you been there for?
He ain't acting like he got a pee.
In 1980.
No.
Got out in 83. But my father was also Air Force, so kind of born into it. How about yourself?
Never served.
Nah?
So, no. I thought about doing reserve like OSI or something, but I don't know if I could they'd let me leave and go do that back and forth. We're kind of short-handed.
OSI, huh?
Something I just like investigating.
Yeah, I feel.
What'd you do when you were in there?
Dental assistant.
Okay. Did you do that when you got out?
No, when I first got out, I thought about it and actually took a job, doing a temp. But not trying to sound, sexist or anything. Every dentist that hired me was more interested in me other than my skills as a dentist.
Oh, they was trying to get to you. Okay.
Yeah. That's the best way to put it, I think.
Yeah, I mean.
He basically said he couldn't work at the dentist office because all the women want him.
Where's that?
After getting to know Mr. Baker, the trooper would confront him about what he noticed during the traffic stop.
you, okay? I don't want to make this a big deal. Is one of y'all smoking weed before I stopped you? Because it's pretty strong coming out the car.
Not before you stopped us.
Had some on the way?
Yeah.
Okay. Look, not a big deal. It's not legal in our state, but we don't make a big deal out of it if you just have a small amount, okay?
Yeah.
Do you have anything in the car other than weed?
No.
Any guns? Any cocaine or meth or anything like that? Any large amounts of U.S. currency?
No.
Okay. How much weed is in the car right now?
I don't know, probably 8.
1/8 of an
Well,
ounce?
you know, it's like just, you know, a little bit of personal use.
That's fine. Look, like I said, we're not going to take anybody to jail or charge anybody over personal use, okay? If you have more, now's the time to be honest, okay? Because if you got like a bunch, it's a big deal. Okay, because you know in Louisiana, if you have the odor of marijuana, we have probable cause to search the car.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to give you an opportunity before I do it.
34 hour 20.
Because if you have anything else, you know we're about to find it.
This is weirding me out, the fact that,
Look, I don't want to drag this out any longer than we have to. If you don't have anything, I'm going to kick you loose and let you go
Weird
pee.
you out, nigga.
If you have something, man, it's truth or dare, now or never, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so do you have anything else? Okay. Do you have any weapons on you right now? Okay, I'm just going to pat you down for weapons. Have you hang out here with my partner and his dog.
We were about to try to pull
Go ahead
that
and get him out.
profiling race card, and the cop cut him off.
Okay. You got shoes?
Why is he riding in the back?
That's what the trooper said made him suspicious. But you gonna see why he riding in the back.
Look, let me holler at you real quick. Look, this ain't a big deal. I already spoke with him about it. He said y'all might have like an 1/8 ounce of weed. Y'all reek of weed in here, sir. Look, it's illegal here, but I don't care about personal use, okay? If you got a little bit more, now's the time to tell me, because if y'all lie to me.
It's just it's a bag.
Just a little bag?
No, it's just, I mean, there's nothing in there. I smoke.
Okay. That's all there is?
Yeah.
There's no other drugs in the car?
I can show you, man.
No, I'm about to search it.
Yeah, you can go. It's right there.
Hang tight here with them, okay?
Yeah, it's right there. Don't search nothing else.
They confident as hell. Right there, I can show you.
20 West.
He did say that like that. Like, don't touch nothing else. It's right there.
No else. It's right there.
Red empty, ball collar.
Yeah, ball.
Lord, it goes straight to the Christmas, boy.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. I'm going to read you your rights in just a second. Just don't move, okay? Look, I'm going to put 2 cuffs on you because you're a big guy, okay? It'll be less tight on you.
Okay. Spread it out.
Yeah, that way your arms won't be as tight.
Just relax.
Look, I haven't seen how much it is yet, but y'all got at least a couple pounds in there so far. What? Yes, sir. So, hey,
What?
Say what?
What? Who put that in there?
Read him his rights, and
How
I'll
did
Oh,
be
you
back in a
feel?
second.
About 2 ounces.
Who put that in
They
there?
gave me too much weed. You didn't tell me.
And it's so much you can't say you didn't know about it.
At least 5 or 6 in here. And there's several more suitcases. Just let's get them secured. Colt,
Got bold.
he's gonna secure him.
Put him in your car since he's
Can put him in mine since he's smaller. Once you get him put in there, put my X-ray in your car. Just find somewhere to put it.
I believe so.
He searched.
Yes. Had it for weapons.
All right.
They were like, damn, y'all taking me too. I wasn't glad. I'm just sitting on the pound.
Hey, Colton. Some of these suitcases got codes on them to unlock them. Are those yours or his?
I don't know anything about the suitcases, so.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
Some of these suitcases got combinations. Hey, look, I'm gonna give you. We're gonna listen. We're gonna talk more later.
Yeah, because I don't know what the fuck.
I don't know what's going
So
on.
neither one of y'all know whose luggage this is.
My luggage is that right there, the one that you just.
The one's got the combination.
That's mine.
Okay, now let me explain something to you. You need to give me the combination because right now.
There's nothing in there.
Okay, look, that's what I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you one time. Because there's narcotics in the car, we have probable cause by law to search the whole car, including clothes and locked containers. So if you don't give me the code, I'm gonna have to break your luggage to get in it.
There's nothing. Sir, all I'm trying to tell you is there's nothing in their luggage.
Okay.
I'll give you the combination. That's all I'm trying to tell you.
Is that the only one with a combo?
That's mine. I don't know.
Okay, what's the combo?
290. I don't know nothing.
Okay. All right, I'll be back.
My video game and clothes in it.
I'll be back.
Yeah, you gonna need a warrant. If
He
you
gave
got a
me the
lock
combo
on it,
for
you
this.
gonna
He
need
said
the
there's not
warrant
gonna be
off.
anything in this one.
This backpack that's in the front seat, which I'm assuming is the driver's, has edibles and stuff like that.
Good. Neither one of them have any clue where any of this came from. There's another suitcase in the back. Hey, if you want to, there's another suitcase in the back or two. You want to start there? So far, we got about 6 pounds.
Whoop-a-doo.
Oh
So
shit.
far, we got about 6 pounds.
Hopefully these are loaded.
Hopefully.
Okay, he gave me the combo
said-
for
he
this
said
one. He said there
hopefully.
shouldn't be any other ones with combos that he knows about.
Like you don't get paid no more extra for
Tell you what,
finding
we can
this
X-ray
stuff.
them.
Because he's gonna steal some of that shit.
These are all locked right now.
Probably.
What's the date on that luggage? Those two are locked.
And go sell it.
Hey, buddy.
Does it feel like weed?
I mean, it's vacuum seal package. This is probably 60 pounds. Pick it up. You know, it's probably about 40.
What's the deal with this? Oh, another code? He gave me the code for this one. It was 290. So see if 290 works. Let me snap some pictures real quick and see what else we can open. Tell him for sure we have 6 pounds plus some edible stuff, but it could be 50, 80, I don't know.
After the troopers find the contraband, they also check the store and go seek apartments.
He's gonna call
This is
detective
what
and
I
move
didn't
all
know
this to the truth.
minivans had.
WS19 Region 3.
Let me take some pictures and we'll move all this back in the car.
Some working apartments.
Kinda, I'm gonna look at it. While I go get my camera, check the stow and go floor compartments.
Huh?
While I get my camera, check the stow and go floor compartments.
Good. That was right. Available for 21. Yeah.
Did you check the stow and goes?
No, not yet, because I wanted you to photograph that before I moved it.
Okay. I hope all these bags are loaded.
Well, the big one, the big green one, has vacuum sealed plastic bags in it. You can tell by feeling the outside of it.
They've been gone for over a week, so there could be luggage in there, some of it, but...
Oh, loaded.
Loaded. Hey, the floor is loaded.
They excited.
Load it, load it, load it, load it.
Oh,
Yeah, the
load it,
whole-
load it, load it. It's loaded. We hit us a lick, guys.
We got us one, boys.
It's a rental. It's loaded as well.
Loaded as well. Them niggas was the plug out there in Florida.
Or the plug is pissed off because they got
Yeah.
caught.
Hey, I'm gonna go look
They
in the
caught.
back. I've got the, oh, you have a dog, you can.
There's going to be probably 24.
On both sides.
Probably 10 each, you think? More than that. Let's do 2 feet. I think those are pound bags.
There's probably 20 on each side.
There's about 12 on each side, so 24 pounds on the floor. 30 there total, probably. And whatever's in those. I'm saying 100. If that big bag's full, it's full. Yeah. Look, we'll load it back up.
But if you're carrying this, why are you smoking in the car?
Why?
Like, this is fun.
Hey, go get the keys out of the stove and go.
Why is you smoking?
Cause that shit was vacuum sealed tight and then some stuff. They also wouldn't have been able to smell that just off that traffic stop. Nah, he admitted they had
That's why he was sitting in the back. He didn't want us to be able to look under him.
Like that.
I didn't check the guy's pocket. We're gonna get it.
We'll get it. Yeah.
Y'all ain't worried about this talk.
I mean, it's a good opportunity to X-ray it while we're stuck here.
That's the beef for sure. I wouldn't.
Yeah, this is gonna be.
I mean, maybe something else, but it's concentrated.
I'm saying 40 pounds in here. We've confirmed 30 so far, and assuming these are full. Where's the X-ray at, Cam?
I think this is loaded too.
All right, for body cam, we're gonna be utilizing our Viking.
Never
X-ray
knew the
scanner.
police could do this on the side of the road.
Locked, obviously, we're gonna get
They
them
can't
open.
wait to use that.
We were gonna test out the Viking.
Yeah, it's like a new toy they got training on. They ain't never been able to use it before.
They couldn't wait to use it.
X-ray.
You heard my first when he said earlier, just put the X-ray on somewhere in my car.
30 pounds.
Yep. I thought he was talking about a camera.
He talking about that motherfucker. He was hoping he had a camera.
Man, so they could just pan that shit right on the side of the road.
And I don't think cost a lot of money.
Hey.
And they wasting that
That's gonna be
on
weed.
getting the police.
And yeah, up there, there's somebody up the
They say, okay, you got it locked.
Hey,
No
we're all
problem.
loaded.
Look through this motherfucker.
Spinny mages.
Loaded.
Do all of them so you can have those pictures.
100 pounds of weed and y'all smoking.
All
in
right,
the
all
car.
3 of these, or all 4 of these suitcases are loaded with marijuana. Floorboards loaded with marijuana. Taking one of the open shot for comparison. All right. Yeah, that's gonna be, it's over 100 pounds. Because if all that's just 30, these are all full. I'm guessing.
What do you say, St. Petersburg, Florida?
Yeah, coming from San Francisco, one-way rental, expired.
Y'all
They've been there
spend
for a
that
week,
much
apparently.
money, man. Y'all can't be
He flew one way, but the other guy was
the
already there. He just
motherfucking
needed to pick
man
him
out
up.
there
His
selling that
nephew-
shit. Y'all riding and getting it, y'all selling.
As soon as we got on the stop, he wanted to get out and
Oh
pee.
my God.
Yeah, he said nothing else about having to pee.
Hey, they're all loaded.
Nothing else.
You can see it. You can see it clear as day. I already turned it off. It takes like 10 minutes to log back on. I've got it saved. I'll show you later. Thank you.
The troopers will find a very large amount of marijuana, and both men were booked into the Bossier Parish Maximum Security Jail for distribution of a Schedule 1 and conspiracy to distribute a Schedule 1. Jay Baker and Henry Allen both pled guilty and were sentenced to 5 years at hard labor, all suspended and placed on 3 years probation and a $15,000
They
fine.
got probation for over 100 pounds.
Okay, yeah, I don't think he's gonna have any problem.
They got it. Out of here. I think
I'm
he
gonna
said
just leave
5
this
years.
alone and let's load it
suspended.
up.
They got 3 years probation for
Distributor
over
Schedule
100
1.
pounds.
Jay Baker and Henry
Them niggas
Allen
got-
both
them
pled
guys
guilty
good
and were
lawyers.
sentenced to 5 years at hard labor, all suspended and placed on 3 years probation and a
Man, who you
$15,000
told
fine.
on?
Let me forget to run Vigo when we get there.
Okay, yeah, I don't think
They
he's gonna
told
have
on
any problem.
somebody. Oh, they had a fire
Once
at
I'm
love.
gonna just leave this alone and let's load
Traffic,
it up.
that's interstate traffic.
And when we get to the
Yeah,
truck, we'll start
yeah.
over
Over
and do a
100
thorough
pounds of weed,
search.
and you got
I
3
mean, there
years
could be a
probation.
like 2 or
No,
3
you
kilos next
said
in here
no.
somewhere
They
in the
said
seat or
something.
something.
That's
Once we get it
federal.
completely dumped, I'll X-ray the whole car. I mean, this is a high dollar load as far as weed. Ain't no telling
They
what
ain't
else, and
gonna pick
neither one of
that
them
up.
have any idea where all this luggage came from. The guy in my car said, just that one bag I gave you the code to, that's my bag, and it's got a PlayStation. Since we're done right now and we're not in talking with them, I'm gonna turn my stuff off.
Yeah, I bet you do want to turn it off.
Yeah, I've been getting into a lot of that's what I'm gonna start like posting and I guess trying to. I don't be wanting to like react. I don't, like a lot of times I don't be wanting to say nothing. I just want y'all to see what I see. But I've been watching a lot of videos about like your rights and like cops violating your rights and stuff like that. And that shit, you watch it long enough, you get pissed off. But it really kind of opened my eyes to like look for certain things. And I want to like tell people, I want to teach people that they be going about traffic stops the wrong way. Like what I've learned is when it comes to your ID, well, you in Texas, so you in Texas. Texas, their law is if an officer asks you for your ID, you don't have to give your ID unless you're being arrested for a crime. If you've just been suspected of a crime, you don't have to give your ID at all. But if you're actually being arrested, that's when you actually have to hand over your ID. But like in other states, like my state, if an officer asks you, they have to have reasonable articulation, reasonable suspicion of a crime. So if a cop say, hey, let me see your ID, they have to suspect that you might have committed a crime or whatever. But just to be asking for your ID, like you can't do that. Like, but they try to. And the only reason they want your ID is so they can check to see if you got warrant.
Yeah.
Or to see your past history. And once they see your past history, then that's when they start fishing for shit.
Yeah, that's all you want to do. And run your name, put your name in there.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of that stuff. And it's clear to me that when body cameras became a thing, that pissed cops off.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because now they are accountable for their shit.
He gonna sit there and say, "Nah, we're not talking anymore. Let me turn my camera on." Nigga, y'all about to start picking, nigga.
To take it home.
Yeah, y'all about to start talking and see who gonna get what. They can't do it right now.
They be mad. They be illegally searching mad people, yo. But people don't be knowing their rights. Like,
and they'll get y'all there. They'll fuck over you. You don't know your rights. They'll roll you out. You're a passenger. They ask for your ID. If you don't know your rights, they gonna roll you.
Right. That's another thing. Like, I'm a passenger, but it's state by state. So it's like whatever state you in, you gotta kind of know what the law is in that state because it's different everywhere. But the one thing that's pretty much universal that people don't know, especially Black people, and I don't know who taught us this because I was taught the same thing, but we were always taught that if you were getting arrested, then the cops supposed to read you your rights and tell you why you're being arrested. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if the law changed or it was never the law, but that is not true. Cops do not have to. A cop can come up behind you right now and put handcuffs on you, and he ain't got to say shit to your ass. Especially if he already got his case, like he don't have to say nothing to you. The only time they have to read you your rights is when they are questioning you about said crime or whatever, because on your rights they say you have the right to remain silent, blah blah blah. If they're just detaining you, blah blah blah, they don't gotta read you your rights. So people be on these body cams like, oh, I'm suing the fuck out of y'all. You ain't read me my rights, blah 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 blah. But if they have not asked you a question that will incriminate you, they don't have to read you your rights.
Nope.
But I don't like it how, even though that's the way they do things, but be getting things fucked up is, like I said, they'll come up behind you and try to arrest you, and not say nothing. But that just escalates situation because you come up behind somebody and try to put their hands behind their back. A natural response for a person is going to be like, whoa, 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 wait a minute, whoa, what you doing? But once you do that, now they say you're resisting, and it just escalates things. I've been peeping game. I'm like, oh, okay, I see how they do. I think we were taught that you don't have to get out the car if an officer asks you to get out the car, but you kind of do, because all they gotta do is say it's if they say it's a lawful order, like I'm asking you to get out the car, you have to, because then that's when they're gonna get to pulling you out the car and shit.
Might well get out that motherfucker.
You gonna get out the easy way or the hard way, but you gonna get out. Like,
guaranteed.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of it's a bunch of YouTube channels with people that go around exposing police. Like, that's all they do is ride around videotaping the police.
My phone about to die. I gotta turn my phone up real quick.
All right, well.
Oh, damn.
I don't want to hold you up from your night. Huh?
Damn,
On this episode of State Boys, two cousins coming from California get stopped by Louisiana State Police with a suspicious itinerary.
I ain't seen this
looking into the
one.
driver's
Jimmy Lee
criminal history. The men may be
and Wong
engaging in
Chong got
something
stopped.
illegal. What will the troopers find?
Tell me a little bit about the case you got going with the DEA. What's going on with that?
15 years ago.
Dang, Wong Chong got case?
I just took a pill.
That was it?
Yeah, that's it.
I got you.
Get out! Get out! Get out! On the highway. State boys on the interstate. This is good and
Oh my God.
State boys on the highway.
Oh my God.
They stopping everything they look out. State boys on the interstate. Put your seatbelt on, the state boys gon' play. State Boys. Body cam footage from the Louisiana State Police and law enforcement agencies.
Just go whenever you need to go. This is what I be doing with or without you. I be sitting here watching this
Webster
shit.
Parish. On November 2nd, 2023, a trooper with the Louisiana State Police, Troop G, was patrolling Interstate 20 when he noticed a vehicle commit a traffic violation. The trooper would catch up to the vehicle and conduct a traffic stop and make contact with the driver via lock and tell him the reason for the stop.
224.
20 eastbound, the 44 off ramp, Nevada 449, Whiskey 73, 449, W73, Nevada. Flight is on
How you doing? Is this your car?
It's the rental car.
Okay, my name's Trooper Wardell, State Police. Couple of things, okay? I just wanted to make sure you're aware of this. You have something hanging down on the bottom, like if you look down, see the plastic? Yeah, it's flapping, popping up and down and hitting the road like something's broken under there. The only other thing, whenever you're behind cars, you got to give them enough space or you got to go around them, okay? Whenever you came by a spectator, you kind of got up on the 18-wheeler. If he's going too slow, just pass him. Okay. Because if he has to slam on the brakes, you're not going to have time to stop at these speeds, okay? Do you know what happened to the car?
I mean, like, it's the rental car.
Did you hit anything recently?
Yeah, I mean, like, I hit, one of the tire thing on the road.
Yeah. I got you. Do you have a license?
Yeah.
Thank you. You still on?
Yeah.
It's a good address?
Yeah.
And you said it's a rental car?
It's a rental car.
Did you rent the car?
Yeah, me and my buddy rented the car. Yeah.
Well, which one of y'all rented it?
He's rented it.
He rented it?
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. If you would, just hang tight right there. I'm going to go grab his paperwork, okay? I'll be right back with you.
After telling him the reason for the stop, the trooper would then talk to the passenger, show him you, and ask the driver, Vin Lock, about their itinerary.
Hey, do you have the paperwork for the car? me see. You rented it?
Yeah.
You have your ID with you? Thank you. You still live in San Francisco? You guys speak up. You do live there? I'm sorry?
Yes.
You do? Okay. Where are you headed? Yeah? Okay. And do you have insurance? You bought it from them? Did they give you another piece of paper?
Foxtrot Oscar Sierra 600 FOS. It's a silver Chevrolet Trax.
You show where the insurance is?
They charged everything insurance.
They charged it on here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I appreciate it. I'll be back. Thank you. All right, let's come over here so we don't get hit by a car. Just hang out over here. Let me grab my book real quick, okay? I'll probably just write you a warning. You had any tickets recently?
No, I don't.
Let me see. Are y'all related?
Yeah, it's my little cousin.
Your cousin? I got you. Oh, you're older than you look.
Yeah.
I thought you were younger than me. You're older than me. A good bit.
Just like
You from Cali originally?
yeah.
You're up there?
Yeah, I've been living there for like 30-something years.
Oh, wow. Where y'all headed?
We're heading to Birmingham.
What's going on over there?
I used to live there.
Oh, you used to live there? Before you lived in Cali? Gotcha. What are y'all doing out there?
So basically, my relatives have a restaurant over there. They're coming from China.
Are y'all moving down there?
No, just visiting.
I got you. How long y'all gonna visit for?
A couple of days. We're gonna go to Vegas.
Go to Vegas? Nice. Gonna go gamble?
Yeah.
So how are y'all gonna get over to Vegas? Cause
So basically, we're gonna go over there. We're gonna visit the relative over there. We're all gonna go to Vegas.
are you gonna drive to Vegas?
No, we're not gonna go to Vegas because like we have an older grand auntie. Yeah, so she don't really speak English. So basically, she rich over there. She rich in China.
I got you.
Yeah. So basically, we just go over there and then, try to.
Well, I guess while I'm confused is the car's due today to be dropped off in Birmingham.
Yeah.
So how are you gonna get to Vegas if you don't have a car?
No, basically, we drop it off, return the car over there, and then we have other relatives over there.
So are you gonna fly to Vegas? Are you gonna rent a car?
We're gonna stay in Birmingham over the weekend, and then we're gonna go to Vegas with all the other relatives.
I got you. Y'all are just gonna take one of their cars? You fly to Vegas? Okay, I got you.
With the relatives.
Good deal. Well, man, if you'll just wait right here, I'm gonna run your license, make sure it's valid. Okay? I'll be right back with you.
After running both men's license, the trooper confronts Vin about his criminal past and then asks questions that no one wants to hear from a Louisiana state trooper.
Check 26, check for CH, it's out of California. First name is Vin, V-I-N-H. Last name is Locke, L-O-C. That's Vin Locke, Asian male.
Ben, you don't keep any weapons on you, do you?
No weapons.
You mind if I pat your pockets? Tell me a little bit about the case you got going with the DEA. What's going on with that?
I have no case with the DA. They're talking about like that 15 years ago.
I don't know when it was.
I just took a pill.
That was it?
Yeah, that's it.
I got you. So, listen, part of what I do out here is I look for people that are doing things on the interstate they're not supposed to, smuggling drugs, people, guns, currency, stuff like that, okay? Do you have any guns in the vehicle? Do you have any large amounts of U.S. currency, greater than like $10,000? Okay. Do you have any cocaine?
No cocaine.
Any heroin?
No.
Methamphetamine? No. Any marijuana? Would you give me consent to search your vehicle?
I mean,
I'm gonna ask him if it's his car, but I'm just asking you
Yes.
too because you're the driver.
Yeah, we're just waiting for his phone.
Okay. So I'm gonna talk to him, but you would be okay if he says yes?
I mean, yeah, everything is fine with me. I mean, like, you know.
Okay. And what kind of luggage is in the vehicle?
Just
Okay. And there's bags in the back?
Yeah.
They belong to y'all? All right. I'm gonna have you stand over here with my partner, okay? Man, you stand with him. I got one more. Will you step out here with me? Come over here. So listen, you speak good English?
A little bit.
A little bit? Okay. What are you going to Alabama for?
Visit our friends.
Your friends?
Yeah.
Okay. And then how long are you staying?
I believe it's up to my friends.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have to go together.
Okay. Are y'all just staying for a few days?
Yeah.
And then when are you coming back home?
I believe just we take a plane.
You're gonna take a plane home? You going straight back to California?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything illegal in your vehicle? No, any guns? Like guns? Any money? Mucho dinero? Like okay. Any marijuana? Cocaine? Heroin? No drugs? Can I search the car? You sure you're good? You understand what I'm saying? Can I search inside the car for anything illegal?
24.
He said to ask you.
Up to me?
Yeah, because you rented it.
Yeah.
Are you okay with it?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me what you think I'm saying.
I think could you let my friend translate?
Yeah, come over here. Will you make sure he's very clear, because he doesn't speak good English, make sure he understands what I'm asking him. I'm asking him to search the vehicle for anything illegal in the vehicle. Make sure he understands that. Because he said yes, but I want to make sure he understands what I'm asking. Does he understand?
You don't understand.
Okay, so it's a yes or no.
Basically, they don't understand. So he's like, is it the requirement they have to be searched? That's what he.
No, it's consensual. So I'm asking his permission.
So basically, he said that it's better not. That's what he said.
That's fine. So I'm gonna have y'all stand with my partner. I'm gonna run my dog and just make sure, okay? So just stand over here. Here you go. Sit. Here you go. Hey. Oh, live. All right, so look, I'm gonna give y'all one chance, okay?
Yes.
If there's is there any marijuana in the car? Just be honest now. If you got a little marijuana, it's okay. It's not a big deal. But just be honest now so we can deal with it. Like, how much you got? Okay, if that's all you got, you're not going to go to jail. But if you're lying and there's a bunch, you're going to go to jail. So you can either tell me now or we can do the whole dance. Okay, wait here. Put them up. Turn around. Put your hands together like you're praying. Like this. Can the guy you're cuffing advise him of his Miranda rights, obviously in English, and tell him to explain it to him in English, okay?
After finding something illegal in the suitcases, the trooper then explains to both men what's about to happen.
G24, which is 3215 times 2, 966.
I'll go ahead and tell you while we're standing here. Listen, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you couldn't afford one be provided for you. You have the right not to answer any questions, and you can stop answering questions at any time. You understand that? Okay. Will you just give him a synopsis of that, make sure he understands that?
Can you say that one more time so I can explain to you?
Hey, I'll say it and then you say it, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. He has the right to have an attorney before doing any questioning.
Say may he use a phone call his family.
We'll get all that, yeah. Y'all, we're not going to treat y'all poorly, okay? This happens all the time, okay? So what's going to happen is I'm going to see how much you got. I'm guessing what, probably 50 pounds, 40 pounds? It's not the most ever, but it's probably 2 suitcases full.
Yeah, we just drive.
I get it. This happens a lot. So we're going to take you back to our office. We'll count all this up. We'll have the investigators come in. They'll ask you questions about it. If we get done with that, we'll take you and go book you in the local jail. But you'll get to call people and all that, okay?
Anything in your pocket? Just like a chapstick and an earphone. That's my ID and card. Okay.
This way. They locked it, but not enough for me to get my hand in there. You know what he told me? What? I said, how much is it, 40, 50 pounds? He goes, bro, we just drive. That one's probably gonna be locked too. Did you see his DEA case? Nope. He has an MDMA DEA case. You might have something other than weed. I'll probably, just let me cut it open, it's gonna be locked. It's not.
bet it's 50, maybe 40.
I do CrossFit.
I'm gonna go mute since.
Probably got 50 total.
Yeah.
The troopers will find 2 50-pound bags of marijuana, and both men will be booked into the Bayou Dorset Correctional Center for possession with the intent to distribute a Schedule 1. Shinwan Yu charges was dismissed, while Van Locke pled guilty and he was sentenced to 10 years at hard labor, all suspended, and placed on 3 years probation. He also has to pay a $9,235 fine.
Hey, so where are you guys going exactly?
To be honest, we're going to Birmingham.
Okay. So where are y'all planning on going somewhere else?
They got probation too. Probation for 100 pounds a week is crazy.
We plan to go to get a hidden.
To where?
To get the bed, to go to a hotel, so we'll stay there.
Do you guys have reservations at the hotel? I'm sorry?
We have no reservations.
So let me explain this to you. So if you guys aren't actually going to Birmingham, you guys are going to meet somebody at that hotel.
No, we don't meet nobody at the hotel. I'm just too tired.
Because
all right.